Ladies and gentlemen, we've got the greatest crossover of all time today. I've got PokeAim and Blunder with me to rank some OU Pokemon. This is a bracket of the top 32 Gen 9 Pokemon in OU at the moment, randomized in 1v1 matchups, and we're just going to discuss each of these, vote on which one we prefer in each, and see who wins. Who's the coolest mon in Gen 9? It's not based on who's better, it's based on whether we like them or not, visual design, how they play in the actual format, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
what do you think?
What they do for the meta game, all that stuff. I think it'll be fun.
I'm excited to be here.
I'm curious what we're gonna end up with because it's the full package deal. So I really won't. I feel like we'll have someone unexpected as our winner.
I got some guesses for this first one right here. What I think will make it to the top one, at least the right side. So I'm kind of excited to see if we all
Dondozo make it? Who knows?
No. No. Maybe just for you.
Why don't we just get right into it? I'll be a Dondozo defender if I have to be.
Good.
If anyone will, it'll be me. So first up, we got Glimmora versus Great Tusk, which is interesting.
So in the beginning of the generation, I really like Glimmora, and not just the lead boring set. I really like Choice Scarf, Terra Fairy, Dazzling Gleam, because it was really cool
Scarf is pretty cool.
Revenging Dragapult and a Great Tusk and Pokemon like that. I even won, I think, the first Smogon tournament, which is unofficial Smogon tournament, with that particular set.
But I know what you mean, because even now you might see like a Scarf Glimmora once every month on the ladder, but it'll do something. It's definitely not a bad set at all. This ability is still really good too. The what's it called? Toxic Debris.
Yeah, nobody uses Corrosion as much, which is a shame because I think Corrosion is such a broken ability. It's just that when you have Gliscor as probably the premier Glimmora switching, it's kind of tough.
So many
and
skills.
Even Meteor Beam sets will lose to Gliscor if it just clicks Protect. So it's I don't like Glimmora as much as I did before. I will say that. Like I hate the lead set. I think it's really bad except for in Ubers. Ubers it's shice. Like it's really good at Ubers, but
I used to really like using this thing, just like not even like hazards. I just like running forward tech because like it's a pretty unique Pokemon.
I like the Meteor Beam set. It's a cool one.
Yeah.
130 special attack is really incredible. What's Nihilagos special attack? It's less than that, right? 130? It's definitely not 130.
I think it is less. I can't remember exactly, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's worse though. But yeah, like I always thought this one was just cool from like a
127, yeah.
From like a creation aspect. Like it has awesome move coverage, Energy Ball, Dazzling Gleam, Earth Power. Mortal Spin is what? That's a unique move for this guy too.
Very nice, yeah. Mortal Spin makes me want more Rapid Spins for other types.
Tusk on the other hand is just the GOAT and has
let's just talk about this picture.
Different sets.
This picture of Tusk as well is phenomenal. It's phenomenal.
It is a great.
It's a beautiful Pokemon. It's very visually imposing.
It is a really nice looking Pokemon. I would agree with that.
It's the mon that I think you can get the most satisfactory out of running sets. Like I'm not just talking about like the defensive Rocky Helmet or the speed booster energy or even like attack booster, but like I've used Choice Scarf with Terra Fight or Terra Ground. That's really fun. Choice Band as well. Very similarly, you see the ones using Head Smash now to hit Moltres as well. And Terra Ice Spinner. You go to National Decks, you have the ICMZ stupid ones as well. Like, bro, remember when we fought that bulk up Tusk and we were feeling good and then it used Roar into us?
Oh yeah, yo.
Yeah,
you're right,
like
you're right about that.
come
There's
on.
a lot. Tusk definitely has some. This is a tough contest actually. These are cool Pokemon because even though Tusk is like a Gen 9 Pokemon, kind of just like, I don't know, it does some stuff reminiscent of what Gen 8 and Gen 7 Pokemon.
Yeah, it's another central bulky ground type. Right, it's like a Landorus-Therian again.
Glimmora, nobody is Glimmora. Glimmora is weird.
Yeah, nobody else is Glimmora at all. I compare Tusk to like Snorlax or Gen 2. Just put it on your team.
At the same time, though, Tusk is very important for the meta. The meta would crumble without it, I think.
Yeah,
like
Glim is negligible. Gholdengo. You don't need. It's not even used like as much as it used to be. But Tusk will always be top 5. I would love this mon to fall to you. Facts, like literally facts. I think Tusk takes it. Like not even just type matchup, but just the coolness of Tusk and just how necessary it is. To pick on like what I like using more, it's just Tusk. I don't use Glimmora much at all because I don't like the Sash set. And well, like you were saying, Joe, earlier with Gliscor everywhere, the Meteor Beam set is a lot harder to like get the full
that's true
sweep off with, or like
even they gave Tusk everything, bro. They gave it Taunt too, Supercell Slam.
Tusk has every move ever. They gave him Psyshock.
Psyshock. I've used Specs Tusk. They gave him Mega Horn too. One Celebi. Watch out.
Like something.
Psyshock.
Yeah, I picked Tusk. Tusk is too good.
I think I
got
agree.
smoked by Terra Fairy Play Rough once before too. I hate people. Like just They're just clicking random moves on this guy's move pool and using it. This mon's that type of mon, though, if I'll be real.
All right, he's going to progress then. Even though Glimmora is a bit more unique, I think like every meta needs a good bulky ground type, and Tusk it's a pretty cool new one. It feels different enough to like Lando, Excadrill, stuff from the past, Swampert, whatever.
I like that it can bulk up and beat Pokemon that are Terra into beating it. Like, I've beaten Terra Fairy Gambit easily with bulk up Tusk.
It's got more variety than Lando T did. I don't know if that's true, but it feels like it is.
Does currently, rather. Like, Lando not having default is big.
It has a lot of options, Tusk. You can run it in Sun and stuff, too.
Absolutely.
Like a whole different Pokemon.
Yeah, Terra Fire, Temple Flare as well. This is an interesting one, right? That's such a great... Dude, you can't put these pictures and then expect us not to want them. Like, you literally picked Donphan of Iron Treads. Yeah, that's literally Donphan right there. That's crazy.
It's quite a beautiful image.
This is broken.
Iron Treads versus Hisui and Samurott for the audio listeners here.
Bro, you never know if it's AV, right? Or like
I think it's like a toxic addition to the game.
Ooh.
And I don't mean like a hating way. Just like I don't like that there's a move with this power and the ability to set up spike. Like I think it's
nuts. Like it's crazy.
I think it's like as far as like quote unquote like cheap things go, I think this is like the cheapest thing.
Definitely.
Like, alongside like booster and stuff like that. But because like man, if the move was weak, like it was like 40 base power or something, at least you couldn't get away with just spamming it. But man, you can't even switch into this move unless you resist it.
Well, because of its ability, sharpness.
Yeah, 97.5 power. It's so strong, right?
Yeah. This mon has a lot of like, I love this mon a lot. Not even just like the lead sash sets or whatever, but the Scarf Encore sets I think are really cool
Scarf
too. We've had a lot. Flip turn as well.
Knockoff is great support. Sucker Punch great support. This guy's, it's such an amazing mon.
The SD variant as well is pretty crazy too. Early in meta when it was around, I remember that one sweeping.
Yeah. I still love that set a lot.
When Chi, I don't remember if Chi Yu was around the same meta, but I remember it had to be because I was using Rest Talk Spadef.
Yo, I remember somebody bringing Rest Talk Fizdef versus me. I don't remember what it was, but I remember my Tusk click Headlong Rush and it did like 40%. And I'm like, what's going on, man? What am I playing right now?
Yeah, this mon's fire, dude. I love this mon so much. I really do. And like the go-to Sash lead too, so fire.
It's so fire. I love that this mon became good after Samurott regular was like, what? Like, just nobody.
I think I prefer Treads in Draft and National X than I do to the OU tier.
I like Treads in OU because I like that booster set. That set will never go out of style.
Oh, just the lead Steel Beam, Earth Power.
That'll never go out of style. But that's the only set I like.
They made the Donphan forms look so cool. Like, look at this image of Treads. I wish it looked like this while I was battling it. This is a fire one.
Whoa.
Dude, the what's it called? The sets that always messes up in National Decks, those Supercell Slam Z Electric sets.
Yes. And just plain old AV with the terrain. This shit takes like 5% from all special attacks.
Yeah, this mon be OU, bro.
If we go for Fire Blast on the Switch, it does like half, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. This mon is so cool, dude.
That sounds fun.
I think Treads is a more honest Pokemon. Samurott's kind of annoying.
Yeah, Samurott there's zero honesty with Samurott. I would agree with that. Every move Samurott has is cheap. Razor Shell and Aqua Cutter have cheap secondary effects. Knockoff removes items.
Nasty. Flip turn gives you momentum. Encore is
momentum. Encore's cheap. Like dude, literally every move is just like it's like too much.
Yeah, this mon's really good, dude. I had a draft league. I didn't even have hazard control, but like I had Samurott and they couldn't stop me because if they spend a turn getting up hazards, I get spike up.
The worst feeling ever is, and something that we have fallen prey to many times when they have Sacred Sword and we're just like, dude, who cares? Just stay in with Darkrai
and win the tie
or
win the tie.
Yeah. But then it doesn't even matter because Sacred Sword.
Miss Cisa's Edge gets Sacred Sworded anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, as much as I love Treads, and I think it's really cool that Mon's really was good in Ubers during the Miraidon meta as well. One of the answers to it, I think Samurott is just too good. Like also, the fact that they upgraded Samurott so much, right? Like went from one of the literal worst starters to a top starter. At least
it's crazy that it's like all of its moves are quote unquote like support moves, but it's an attacking Pokemon. This isn't like a support.
Yeah, literally flip turn gives you momentum, but it's still strong.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
This is like there's really nothing like this at all, and it's a attack set isn't even like that high. 108 is nothing, that's like Infernape level attacking stats,
Yeah, but if Infernape got spike up while attacking, that mon would probably be OU too.
Yeah, I know, and another staff move that drops the defense 50% of the time.
Yeah, like what?
Razor Shell is crazy too. This guy's so funny.
I
like AV a lot.
AV's fire. I think Scarf is my favorite set when we play National decks though.
Yeah, National deck Scarf always does the most for us. I think my favorite all around is for in OU is Sash. Sash is like the most cheap mon ever.
Oh, when they don't have hazard control, like when they don't pull up with the Tusk, or when Tusk comes hard in. You go for the first one, you go for the Razor Shell and do like 70.
Razor Shell, and then you basically.
And then you go Gholdengo as they try to rapid spin.
Matter of fact,
beautiful. Move Samurott up, fam. This one. I'm sorry.
There's no one voting for Treads here.
It's a cool mon. It has the better image out of the two right here.
Yeah,
that makes you feel better.
I like Treads in that regard too. He's got a nice image, but
I guess
he does the same thing.
Then.
Yeah, Samurott is so uniquely.
Gosh, you do that transition so smoothly.
Look at nice little Samurott.
Bro did not stutter. That was fire. God. Oh, is that a oh, speaking of dishonest Pokemon, I'm gonna be honest.
God, these are both cheap.
I think both of them are cheap.
They're both cheap.
I hate these mods.
The second one, always Calm Mind, takes no damage, sweeps us. And the first one, don't even get me started on the first one. Thunder Wave, AV, Chilly Reception. Oh my goodness.
I definitely
Psychic Noise on the very rare ones.
I hate the regenerator pivots in general.
Dude, yeah. I don't think I could ever vote for regenerator pivot off that alone. It's just Slowking is like. And it's a shame because regular Slowking is my favorite. And this one I use it a good amount too, because how can you not? But man, I think this is one of the...
But its opposing one is Primarina. I also, that's like you said, so cheap, dude.
Yeah, but at least, dude, at least Primarina has like... It's not... dude, Slowking is so...
Is Primarina that bad? I feel like this...
Chilly Reception.
It's not like it's like I come out and win. No. It just happens to be there whenever I'm running balance. And then it's sub.
How can they give Slowking Chilly? And then it always pairs it with some weird Pokemon in the back that benefits from Hail for no reason, and you got to deal with that now too.
This plus Kyurem is such an annoying combo.
Yeah, dude. It's a good thing that combo for the most part is less, or at least like the Specs Blizzard Kyurem doesn't exist as much now. Because back in the day, I used to love spamming that combo.
Yeah.
How could you not?
Specs Terra Ice Blizzard with Chilly.
Right? Yeah, you don't even have to predict anything. You just Terra Ice and Blizzard. You just beat everything.
Slowking's so nasty, dude. Its typing's like even like you don't get to see it as much, but it has T-Speak as well.
Sets that I used to.
Psychic Noise is nice.
AV and Chilly, but I used Chilly 3 attack before, which I like. That's like a fusion of AV and regular boots Chilly, because it is tough to not have boots. And then Primarina, I'm trying to think, what do I like with Primarina? Usually just Calm Mind and...
Step is really cool.
I like the the pivot sets with Flip Turn.
Yeah, and boots, right? I like that
when I fight those sets, I only worry when I load up some random Greninja or something, right?
Like, I worry if I don't have a Slowking. If I don't have a Slowking, Primarina will be owning me.
Yeah. It does, yeah.
And even then...
Sub-Calm Mind with the Terra Poison, too, is really nice.
Here I would vote for Prim, personally, because I like what Primarina does. I like the Psychic Nuke type Pokemon.
Psychic Noise being Liquid Voice.
I mean, not Psychic. I mean the Fairy Nuke, because I took Pokemon. And we don't have, like, Lele Specs Moonblasting or anything anymore. I like this just Moonblast spamming Pokemon. That's like actually strong. Valiant's not strong. This is strong.
I agree. I like it a lot more.
I think it's cool that Primarina is good for once, because there's no Finny.
Right? I love when starters are good as well. I really like that.
It's never been good before, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, my favorite Glowking set is Terra Fight. But I run Terra Blast instead of Focus Blast because I'm not trying to miss the gambit that I just Terra'd on.
If you're gonna Terra, you might as well just have Terra Blast. I agree.
Yeah, because it's just to get the nuke on that. Otherwise, like, why would you Terra and then Focus Blast and miss? But it's really cool to cut because they won't stay in.
I agree.
Also, shout out to Blim. Runs Ice Beam and just clicks it on Sugar Berry on every ground.
The Fizdef Ice Beam one is a classic. I also like that one a lot.
That's also genius. That's great.
Yeah. No boots is just, you feel so bad when you don't have boots on this mon.
Yeah, true. You need Cinderace with this.
What do you think about the visual of Galarian Slowking? I feel like the eyes on the shell freak me out a little bit.
I like his design a lot.
You like it?
But I'm a Slowking fan. So I'm a little biased.
I wish Primarina had different color hair. Like red. Like the Little Mermaid. That's about it. That's about it. Like, it's crazy. Where'd she get all this jewelry from? I guess in the sea there's everything.
That's true.
I'd move up Primarina too, to be honest.
She's got pearls on her.
Yeah.
All right, she's
Slowking's still such a sick mon, though.
Primarina triumphs, folks.
I wish Glowking got teleport in Gen 8. That's what I wanted.
It's already cheap then too.
Oh, you keep him. Okay. A cheap mon and a mon that just clicks U-turn.
I love Corviknight so much.
Dude, it's so... Yo, I used Body Press, Iron Defense Spite, and we were fighting Sub Roost Kyurem. And when it went for Ice Beam and we clicked Spite, it lost 6 PP every turn. So it had 3 Ice Beams versus us, and it was done.
That's
and 3 Earth Powers.
That's a strong tech.
Yeah, it was really nice. And there was just we PP stalled.
Like one of those bad techs that are actually not bad. It's like this is an interesting one because the Ogres. There's nothing like Ogre. Like, yeah, it's a strong physical attacker, but this shit is pretty unique. But I really like Corv, just from like a personal bias. I like the design. I like that they made another Skarmory type Pokemon that is
all of them are good,
as good as Skarm, if not better.
Yeah.
In Gen 8 and Gen 9. Well, Gen 8 they're pretty tied, I think. But I like Corv a lot in Gen 8.
They need to give it Steel Spikes.
I've always liked the design of Corv because they chose not to give it like hazards or knockoff or anything. Like it doesn't have any free progress. It has just U-turn and that's pretty much it.
You can only fog or you can U-turn or do that iron defense. Like I agree with you.
So that makes it not feel that annoying to fight, I feel like, because it's not gonna come in defensively and then do something that makes long-term progress like that.
It's pretty flowcharty to be. You get up Stealth Rock if it's running Rocky Helmet, you double in, you double out, double out, double in, knock the helmet, double in, double out. You put it in range of Kingambit at +2 in USD and you beat it even if it tears. Like that's like how you beat Corv.
Very doable.
Topmon though, not being able to punish it with Rocky Helmet is so dumb. And the fact that it can crit my quote-unquote answers with Ivy Cudgel is disgusting. And they give it play rough. Ogerpon's nasty. Ogerpon, I know a lot of people hate Ogerpon, man, in this damn tier. Not a guy like me though, because it enables Palafin. So
Ogerpon's pretty. I used to love spamming this thing for good reason.
CGC always gave me teams with Adam and Ogerpon, and I said why, and he said look at the power whip calcs, and you kill opposing Ogerpon, but then you also take 98 from opposing Ogerpon. So,
yeah, but now theirs is dead. So really, you won that trade. I like Adamant too. It's pretty good.
Adamant's so freaking strong. I think Terra Water. Giving that Spadef raise is disgusting as well. Like pure water is such beautiful typing. I
like Corviknight though. Personally. That's from my way. Just like from all around. Like it's just an honest Pokemon, and I think back to my tournament days. And in Gen 8 and Gen 9, Corv was always there for me. I remember when I came back to playing in Smogon Tournament after 2-year hiatus in Gen 8, and I brought Corv 4 weeks in a row. And the first 2 weeks I lost, but I still brought Corv week 3 and 4 because I was like, no, it's not Corv's fault. Buddy. It's my fault. It's me, not you. It's me. It's me. I knew it wasn't Corv's fault.
It can't be.
It's just a reliable, fun mon. It's like, it can be really annoying, especially in Gen 8 with that 16 Roost. That can be really troll.
Yeah, its Roost isn't as bad in this gen.
Yeah.
Great change.
I wanted to have a move that's an attack while defogging while U-turning. You feel that? Like it has the Gigantamax version, right? Which what is it? Lowers your evasion or something like that, or gets rid of hazards.
What is it? What is it? I don't know what it is. I forgot.
G-Max Corviknight. I'm gonna look that up real quick.
I feel like I kind of remember that what you're saying. Like it is a hazard removal thing. Probably hazard removal, and then probably like removes their or like remove stats boost or some bullshit.
You want this to have a move that removes hazards and U-turns.
Yeah, inflicts damage and removes the effects of screens, entry hazards, and targets. That's what I think it want. I want it to have that. It's called Wind Rage. I want it to have that as an attack, right? That way it doesn't have to put defog on its set and can just attack while getting rid of hazards and terrains.
We can do that. I'll talk to my guys.
Thank you, please.
I don't know if I'd like that or dislike that. We'd have to like test it, I guess.
It's just another form of hazard control. If it's an attack, then Gholdengo can block it, which actually opens up Corviknight even more and makes Gholdengo even worse. So I think that's a cool trade.
Let's buff Corviknight. Let's do it.
I'm saying. Or just give it, especially because G-Maxes are never coming back and their signature moves are just gone. Just give them.
They could bring those back in some form. Yeah, that'd be cool. Like a nerfed version of them.
Exactly. I feel like it'd be okay.
I think I'm in agreement that I prefer Corviknight here. It's an honest and balanced Pokemon, good addition to the game overall. Even though it's simple, it's just same typing we've seen before. It's just unique enough. It's like subtly different, so I appreciate that.
I like its stat distribution too. It has very unique stats. Like its speed stat is a really weird number. I think it's like 76 or something like that.
Pretty fast for what it is.
Yeah, that's like unique characteristics all around. I like it. Ogerpon, I don't like that. You have to always like clench your butthole when you're switching into this Pokemon. It's gonna crit you, and then you lose.
A lot of people think it's broken, and I can't disagree that much.
Yeah, its best, most spammable move, having high crit, is pretty all around whack. This is like the Kartana of Gen 9.
That's kind of suppose that makes sense.
Okay.
This is such an interesting comparison because both of them I think of Blim when I see both of these Pokemon.
These are classics.
Dragonite and Dondozo up against one another here in an interesting tournament.
Number 2 is pretty honest. I'm not gonna lie, because he stops the Kingambit monsters.
Bro, but I like Spadef Dozo more than
Dondozo for a bozo.
Dondozo for a bozo. And then D-Knight's up there with 10 different viable sets in OU. It's crazy that this mon got so much better. I used to think it was so mediocre in 5, 6, 7. Actually, no, in 5 I like it. But in 6 and 7, I didn't like it. And then 8, it became really good with that DD Roost Ice Earthquake set. And then 9, it's like the greatest mon ever. So, I wonder what's going to happen in 10. It's like Dragonite's on the comeback tour.
Whatever they give us, they're just going to give it a mega.
I got to give it to Dragonite, though, from a nostalgia perspective, too. This is the first Pokemon I ever got to level 100 in my in-game. So, it takes automatic priority over many of these guys. Sorry to say.
It's such a sick mon, dude. I love Dragonite. I remember the big Dragonite in the anime as well. That was like in the water in the lighthouse. The dude gave Ash as well the note to go to the Mewtwo's place as well in the movie. Dragonite's so sick. But I'm a big fan of Dozo, dude. Not like when I'm fighting it, but when I'm using it.
Yeah, it's a good time, especially in this new metagame I used, where the slower you are, the better you are.
Yeah. I saw you use Curse.
This was the GOAT in that one.
Offensive Dozo with like what, Clover Cloak or something.
Yeah, and Wave Crash, Ice Fang, Earthquake.
That set's fire. My favorites are when Dozos run Wave Crash though, because they do damage to themselves. They're stronger, but I love when they do damage to themselves when I'm fighting it. But dude, the Dragonite, the loaded dice Encore sets. So nice. I feel like that's the only set that gets 5 hits too with loaded dice out of any Pokemon.
That is really strong. That set is very hard to beat.
What do you think, fam? You liking Dozo more or you like Dragonite? I feel like you hate Dozo. You said Bozo. So I actually thought
I was quoting the wise words of CTC there.
I thought his name was Don Bozo, bro. In the beginning of the generation, I called it that. I think for 2 lives. That wasn't. It wasn't.
I kind of like the design of it because it's like insanely bulky water type with Unaware, but it has like no moves. It has just like Waterfall, Curse, Rest. It doesn't even have Recover. So it doesn't feel that broken because it just can't do much. It can wall, but that's like it. So, and we in many points in this metagame, we've needed Dondozo to like help against whatever broken thing is tearing the metagame apart that week. Dondozo is always like the only thing that can handle it ever.
I think that's fair.
Dragonite though feels pretty cool in Gen 9. Even though it's like at its most broken it's ever been with Terra and Boots and stuff, it also somehow feels more balanced in this meta. If you compare it to like Gen 5 Dragonite, that Pokemon can feel pretty cheap. Depending
for sure. I remember hating fighting the Hurricane Dragon Tail set on Rain. Or just the Dragon Tail set with Rain has on Rainstorm.
Gen 5.
On those versions of Rainstorm rather. Those are so nasty.
Subroost Hurricane.
Also, Banded Dragonite is my favorite Generation 8 set. Like, actually my favorite Generation 8 set. Since you just 2-KO Lando with Outrage. Even without, you could either run Inner Focus and clean 2-KO, or you could just 2-KO regularly. You have Ice Spinner in this gen as well, which is so sick on Banded D-Knight as well. Like, obviously you have Ice Punch in Gen 8. But I love D-Knight. It's such a nice win con, dude. I feel like this one always wins whenever we use it.
Yeah, I'd give it to Dragonite. Feels solid and fun in Gen 9. And yeah, it got a lot of cool moveset additions. Feels like pretty customizable with its different utility, like you said, Encore. A lot of coverage. Loaded dice is an option, Boots. Different Terra types. It's a cool mon in Gen 9.
I'm a huge fan, honestly.
It wins. It's done it.
I'm gonna be honest.
Zamazenta versus Great Neck, Raging Bolt.
I hate fighting both of these Pokemon, but there's one Pokemon I hate so much in OU, and it's Za. Za is so broken, dude. Because there's every other mon I feel like you can outplay, but this is a mon where it just comes at the end for free, gets its boost for free. Kind of like Gambit, but at least Gambit you have Sucker Punch 50/50s and you're faster. This mon is faster and just wins when it comes out. And I absolutely hate this mon. I actually feel blessed whenever somebody runs 4 attacks or choice band. So that way I don't
never gone up against this mon and felt like, oh, it's just Zamazenta.
Never.
But I've also felt that same way with that mon right below it. I've never gone up against Raging Bolt and gone, oh, it's only Raging Bolt. I see it and I'm like, oh no, it's Raging Bolt. So it's, this is a good one. I like this. Let me think about this. 2 very unique guys. Nobody...
I hate both of them.
I hate both of them too.
I think like Raging Bolt's kind of stupid looking, and that gives it that decreases it in my mind. Especially because in Showdown they don't have the model in yet, so it's just that stupid like low resolution
with
PNG.
Regards to that, because he is just a Raikou with like a dumb.
What if Raikou had a long neck? It's genius.
Right, that's literally all he is. I do agree with that. What if Raikou had a long neck? Literally, well said. Actually,
wait, are we not a fan of that though? We don't like long neck Raikou?
It's funny, but it's also like they ran out of ideas or something.
Damn, a little bit of hater energy here, but you know what? I respect it.
I'm sorry, Great Neck fans.
Always a fan of Great Neck around here, but we got Za. Dude, I don't know, man.
I like when previous Ubers get unbanned, and that even though he's broken, it's kind of interesting that he's here.
I think it's crazy that I still fall by it, but I feel like this one was more broken than the other one, and I can't believe they banned the other one. The other one
that was
obviously
weird.
had better
This one's better
typing, but yeah, this one's so much better, right? That one has to come in and take spikes. Like that's already bad for a mon and can't get recovery.
And you're faster on this one too.
Exactly. This one's. Like Bolt's amazing, and like the way the meta adapts to like Blissey and stuff, like Combine Terra Ghost, and obviously Bolt's always scary. But Za's like my number one. I want this mon out of OU no matter what, even if it keeps like XYZ at bay. I want this mon out of OU, like so much.
I'll have to vote for Zamazenta because I like. Hey, I don't like playing against it. Obviously, I think it's pretty cheap too. I don't know if I want it banned currently, but I think it's like what it does for the game is like pretty insane. Like it's like one of those mons that if it left, the tier would just explode. I think
for sure.
You'd have to ban like hella dudes, like Ogre, and like I feel like so many of our games and lives and stuff, we like go hard Zamon, Ogerpon, and then double out like immediately, right? Like and that's like for like, dude, that's like one of the only safe ways to offensively even check some cheaps, and like of course the whole Gambit thing too. But man, this thing is so annoying, especially when it does the IDEF into Terra, and like it's one of 5 Terras, and
I'm saying, dude, I absolutely hate this one.
Dark versus Fire versus like
1v1's
the other Roar too. Oh my god, yeah. And it's crazy how back in the day they used to only go to 395 or 396 speed, and now they're all max speed regardless Roar. Like it's just.
Dude, man, the fact that you can use dual screens too and do stuff with it, like this mon.
Yeah,
this mon is not
such a good dual screener. In fact, I think it's like the best dual screener.
I think so too. It's so fast. It threatens you still with body press, and it can roar you out, and it gets multiple chances to do it.
Yes, like, you literally get to screen like 3 times.
Remember when we ran Spadef dual screen and we took like 40 from Draco from Dragapult?
No, it was disgusting. It was literally disgusting. You're not even 2 KO by Dragapult.
That's Infiltrator Dragapult. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, that guy's the GOAT. I'll have to go with Za. I also really used to love that
all the negative
Life Orb. I used to like Life Orb a lot. I used to like Heavy Duty Boots 4, Banded. Zamazenta's awesome.
I think I'm going with Zamazenta too. Sorry, I think it's cooler. Raikou with the long neck. I don't know about that one.
Get that mon out. Put Zada's front. I see Rye down there, by the way. That's another. That mon really got sleep ban. Oh, but look who you have it against. That's not a fair one.
against the Darkrai.
Yeah.
That's a rough one, dude.
Oh wow.
But he's going for Ice Beam into it anyway, so.
I'm picking the GOAT. This isn't even a question for me.
Yeah, I think it's hard. It's unfortunate.
I've always really liked Darkrai a lot, though, from a design perspective. So let me think about this actually. And I used to always want this mon to be unbanned, so I was pretty happy when it did get unbanned because I never got to play with this. I never played Gen 4.
It
was OU, right? For like a week or two, something like that.
Gen 5. I don't remember Darkrai much. Maybe in Diamond and Pearl.
No, but I feel like we never played with it in Black White, if I recall. Well, I only started in Black White too.
I Wi-Fi battle Cool Trainer Alex, and I used Darkrai, Skyman, and
shit, I feel like I remember that. No, now that you like mention it, maybe I do remember that. Damn, that's a throwback.
Sounds like a terrible meta
game. You ain't wrong, bro.
Darkrai's cool though. Do you think it's broken in Gen 9? Or is it fine?
No, there was a time when I thought it was like pretty annoying.
I don't even think it was with Hypnosis that made it annoying. It was just what was around in that meta. Like Darkrai next to like Gouging Fire and all those mons around makes Rai so much scarier.
Yeah.
Also, every Rai I fight hits every attack. That's one of the things too. Whether it be Focus Blast, Hypnosis, Wisp, they always mess me up.
Landorus, and a set that we never see this guy run anymore, but was my favorite set back in old generations, was Choice Scarf Landorus. That guy was like my ace. Gen
it's the
5,
most
6, and 7.
Auto-include mon
Just
of
the
all
most
time.
reliable of all time. Last move Explosion, Knockoff, or Stone Edge, or Defog. Like, he's gonna get the job done. I used to really like, Landorus is so, like, reliable. Like,
They
there's
even
nothing...
Got rid of all his moves, and he's still... They can't keep him
Right?
down.
It's actually it's
still very
incredible that literally every like good move is gone from this.
You know what Mon saved this Mon? Raging Bolt being in the tier and Za saved this Mon.
Za being in the tier is a big one because the Earth Power set is
yeah.
Right, and then of course you
Lando was literally about to go UU and then Raging Bolt came out.
Yeah, I mean even Earth Power in general is just it's crazy how that's now the
Tusk as well. Yeah.
I don't know if standard, but it's like half and half.
Also,
Earthplate Landorus is pretty good. Taunt Earthplate. I used that for a good amount a couple months ago. That was circulating around tournaments, and that set is nuts because it's still Earthplate Landorus. That Earthquake hits really hard.
I like that set too.
Yeah, like Tusk 0/0 Tusk takes like 45, 47 from Earthquake, which is might as well be Earth Power, you know?
Literally.
Yeah.
At that point.
It's pretty strong.
What do you think, folks?
Lando for sure, dude. The memes as well. Another thing about Lando, bro, you could be a competitive or a casual player, and you know this Mon. Like, the memes around this Mon are insane. They transcend
I got a whole
the
movie though.
community.
Please, you can't forget that. Darkrai has a whole film dedicated to him.
Yeah, and the only cool thing about that movie was Licky Licky Gyro Ball.
I didn't actually even watch that movie, but I just know.
I knew homie didn't see anything.
Arg.
That's cinema.
This is a tough one for me. I can't lie.
Not for a guy like me.
I have to go for my guy Landorus T.
Always.
It's just been there for me too many times, and too many times of need.
I'm in agreement. I like Darkrai's visual, but I don't like Fast Guy with Sleep, even when it got accurate Dark Void. It's
Fast Guy
annoying.
with Sleep is inherently dishonest. Versus Landorus' most dishonest set, which was Supersonic Sky Strike. I used to hate that playing against that thing.
The common opinion you hear all the time is people furious that Darkrai got double nerfed because they nerfed Dark Void and they made Smeargle can't learn it. But
I'm glad that happened. I didn't even know Dark Void hit 2 Pokemon until I played in game, and then I had it happen to me, and I was like, "This is."
I think it was deserved.
What were you doing in game? Were you playing
Frieza's escape room, and you go up against Darkrai in the finals.
Wait, you learned that a week ago?
I'm like that.
That's my guy.
Congrats to Landorus.
You never heard that one in the YouTube comments? The Darkrai double or the Smeargle Dark Void.
I feel like I probably read it before, but I probably just forgot. But when it happened, I was completely shell shocked. I was like, dude, what is this? Hitting both guys.
Doubles is a scary world sometimes. There's stuff you've never seen before.
It really is. Okay.
Dragapult versus Clefable.
Oh god, dishonest versus.
Man, Pult is like the perfect Pokemon. It's so fast. It's like
speed control.
It's not too strong on the special side, but it's still strong enough, and the moves are strong enough too.
Yep.
Coded double stab with Ghost Dragon. It's like the king of you can't resist this. Oh man, this guy's so far.
Bro, Clefable is the Mon that everybody sleeps on, and then ends up taking over OU, though.
Yeah.
Like it being good in current generations,
and it's very good in OU still with the knockoff rock set, even with the nerfed recovery. It's still really good. Still, like this thing isn't too KO'd by Ivy Cudgel. Even with its low defense, it still is able to live every attack as it used to do. And I don't even got to talk about this thing in 6, 7, and 8, where it's like damn near top 10 and all.
Dude,
it's definitely top 10 in 6 and 8, and then
it's broken in Gen 4, bro.
Oh yeah, and now they brought him back, and I gotta give.
Gen 5 uses it too now.
I was gonna say I gotta give a clean sweep to the GOAT.
The end stage of every meta is like ignoring
it's just
hazards is broken. So Clefable always comes up.
Went back for it, right?
Exactly.
People going back for this, and then now it's a Gen 5 staple is so ridiculous to me. Like I absolutely cannot believe that's actually a thing.
It's like having a second Reuniclus in Gen 5.
I remember I used to think it was like a meme at first. Like I was like, okay, this is probably just some like Ben Gay style.
Clefable Hail teams are incredibly good actually in Gen 5.
Yeah. It's really hard to break them on. Like, and I get it when you invest in Spadef, because I haven't used Spadef Clef in 10 years since it hasn't been good since Oras in the current gens. But back then in Oras, it was nuts. I mean, Joe probably remembers you're able to switch into
all you had to do was give an 86 Spadef.
Yeah.
And you were like not doing by anything.
I think it's then Landorus EQ does like 49, but then every special attack does nothing.
Yeah.
Man, good times.
This is a hard one, bro.
This might be one of the mons that's just good
easy.
forever. I don't know if this concept will ever age out. It's just Magic Guard with all the best moves of all. It's got healing, Calm Mind, coverage, every utility move in the world.
Knock off, every utility. Yeah.
It's like
I think you're right. I don't think this mon could ever be bad. Like it's actually impossible for this mon to be bad. But I think the same as can be said for Pult. It'll never be bad.
It's probably true. Yeah, Pult is
this
extremely
speed,
solid.
these moves, this speed will forever be. This is actually the hardest one for me.
I'd flip a coin. Like that's how close I think this is.
142 speed is so cool, and Pult is really cool. I'm gonna go with Pult actually.
I hate when my unique choice scarfers are slower than Pult.
I just want to say that there was a time in a tournament where I brought Calm Mind Clef to 10 different tournament games in a row, and every time it would have like a different set. Calm Mind, Psyshock, Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, Ice Beam, Flamethrower, Ice Beam, something.
Just randomize
and it won 8 out of 10 times. And Clefable is so good for that reason that you can
run.
The
fact that it can also run Calm Mind, Moonblast, Thunderwave.
Right? Oh my god, dude, I forgot about Old Faithful back in the day. There was no set even on that level back then. Calm Mind, T-Wave, Moonblast.
Because you beat all your counters.
There was really no reason to even run other sets back then. You're right. Like way back when Gen 6 was the main gen, yeah. Yeah, all that Bolt Beam stuff only started coming out later on. When the metagame started changing and Excadrill went everywhere and then Flamethrower took off. But before then, T-Wave, Moonblast, then you really didn't lose much. You're right.
One's nasty.
What are we thinking, gang?
A lot of people think Clef's annoying. Do you think Clef's annoying?
I do, but I also think Dragapult can be annoying too.
I think Dragapult with boots is like extremely annoying, and like evenly annoying with Clefable. I hate that thing with boots because if Dragapult's not dead, then it's at 100 if it has boots on. In my opinion, it'll always troll you. It's just ugh. But then Clef, oh man, it's tough. And Clef is more handled at this point with Gliscor and Slowking and Gholdengo and all that.
I put Pult up. Big Pult.
Yeah, Dragapult's one of the better like recent designs in Pokemon.
Oh
like,
yeah,
they really did well.
The design.
Mon's sick, dude.
It looks awesome.
The little Dreepies. Still
there. It's beautiful visual. Typing's cool. It's kind of just everything about it's pretty cool. And I like that it has low special attack. It's got high attack but like no physical moves. It's kind of a cool game design because you can run physical Pult, but there's like a bit of a cost to that because it's so limited.
Yeah, like if you run a Primarina or something, now you're in a bad spot. Or even like a Clef, like the one below it. But yeah, I would have to go with Dragapult. I love that guy.
I think I agree. Even though Clef has incredible longevity and consistency.
Oh yeah, and you're right, he'll never go to style.
Now you got Great Tusk versus Samurott-Hisui.
We always beat this one. Remember with our Samurott Blunder? We raided Shalpon switching.
That's true.
And then have whatever.
I do like Great Tusk.
But it's hard, yeah. I love Tusk, dude. Outplaying Gholdengo as it comes in is so nice. Getting them with knockoff or ice spinner upon switching, then headlong rushing or spinning on a Gholdengo as it switches out.
True.
I like both of their designs too, so it's hard for me to go off that.
If I go honesty level, they're both like a pretty similar level of dishonest. Tusk does not deserve to have 2 120 base power stab moves. I always thought that was cheap.
Mon's so good.
Like, Tusk is easier to stop than because Samurott's always getting some sort of progress and like
it's always getting some sort of progress. It's always knocking you off, encoring you. God forbid you run into some rare taunt or something. Like it's just
a lot of stuff threatens Tusk as well.
Yeah. From a design perspective, I like Samurotts a lot though. I like it. I like Tusks too, but I like Samurotts more.
Yeah.
Personally. So if I had to go off a aesthetic pick, I would pick I think I'd have to pick Samurott personally.
I think Tusk is more interesting, more variety in what it does. Samurott.
I like Tusk more, yeah.
Yeah, variety wise, it's definitely way more.
Mon can just run everything, bro.
Yeah, Samurott will always be doing the same thing, especially as the metagame progresses. It's almost like it continues to like sort of go towards one set.
Yeah.
I think Sash will always kind of have the priority over everything. Meanwhile, Tusk, like everything is pretty evenly decent.
Yeah, there's no one dominant. There probably is one popular set, but
yeah, but like I know exactly what you mean. Like helmet, do boot or like boots or offensive versus fast, bulk up, all that booster. Like it has way too much going on for it. Tusk is like is pretty damn near perfect as far as it goes.
That's it.
I can agree with Tusk.
I think Tusk progresses.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Primarina versus Corviknight.
I kind of like Prima more. I think it does a little bit more.
It is cool that it's a cool defensive mon. It's always nice to have in the back pocket when you're building teams. Sometimes it rounds things out very well. Punishes greedy teams. Walls a lot of important stuff. You can say the same about Corviknight there.
It's tough because like
I like that Primarina punishes like lame balances.
Yeah.
Because like I've had that situation too where I've played against like Ting-Lu, like Clef structures where like they literally have nothing strong, and then my Primarina got one Calm Mind, and like I even got Thunder Wave, but they still couldn't do anything. I was stuck just smoking everything. So I do like it from that perspective, and like it can even muscle through Slowking G, which we've done many times. I'm sure we've all done that. I don't know. This is a tough one because, man, I love Corviknight. I love that it beats Gambit and Tusk too, and Samurott. Just all the annoying cheap shits. That's why Corv has always been like my old reliable, because everything annoying in Troll disguise, even in Gen 8, all the Troll stuff, Urshifu, Kartana, Weavile, they all got checked by this guy. So it's tough. It's I gotta think. What do you guys think?
I'm just like, it's tough because I love the utility of Corviknight. I feel like it feels better in a sense when it comes to like using it to get momentum and bring out another mon. I think it's such a better enabler than a lot of mons. So I'm kind of partial to it in particular, but I'm not 100% sure because I don't know, man. It's real tough. It's real tough because I like both of them very, 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 very much. Like extremely much.
These are some honest Pokemon in Gen 9, and they're cool. They add to the format in a positive way, both of them.
I love Flip Turn on Prima though. The APP Roost makes me sad as well for this mon though.
Yeah, sure.
It's so tough.
Maybe I'd say Primarina. Bit more unique, bit more like. It's the first time it's been OU. It's more novel, and that's like it's a fresh thing. Corviknight had its time at Gen 8. And it's a fairly simple idea. It's good, but Primarina... There was Tapu Fini before, but Primarina feels different enough to that.
Yeah. I can do with that. I can agree with that.
So I'd go with Primarina.
Yeah, I can definitely agree. I think that's fair. I'll go Prima. I'll go Prima over it. I think it's cool to have a new starter, not a new starter, but a starter be one of the hot mons on the block. So I want to give Primarina
always
that
cool
for
when like an older Pokemon rises up.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Just for like recency bias.
Well, what do you think, Blunder, though? Out of curiosity.
Fortunately, I have to stay strong with my guy.
Unfortunately.
Well, Dragonite versus Zamazenta. For me, this is a simple one, and I prefer Dragonite. I think Dragonite's a classic.
As a mon, I definitely prefer D-Knight. As a mon that I think is insane, though, I like what Za can do. I think no one does it like Za in OU right now. And I think like if it stays, like like Dragonite's a mon that will always fall and then come back and then fall and then come back and then fall and then come back. But a mon like Za though, that mon,
it's more central. It's more defining.
Yeah, it really doesn't care. Mon's so insane. I really, really, really like Za, dude.
I love Dragonite. I gotta give it to him.
Surely Dragonite's
giving it over.
It's a classic, and it's.
I guess the scale. You know what? Just because of the encore scale shot, just in general, and like the coolness factor of D-Knight, I'll go D-Knight.
So cool, and I like that in Gen 9 he's hitting his peak, which is just crazy to me.
He's Gen 1 Pokemon peaking, yeah.
Right?
It's amazing.
Yeah, and it's like it's nuts to me that this thing is like peaking right now. It's like disgustingly good. It's like just so reliable.
It's a story.
Yeah.
There's a story behind that.
It is a story. It's awesome.
Well, there you have
it. Good job, Dragonite.
Easy one.
You deserve a good rest.
This is actually a tough one. Landorus-Therian versus Dragapult. These are the two titans of OU.
I want to give it to Lando. Like just the fact that Lando stopped itself from just because Lando stopped itself from what's it called? From kind of just falling off completely. I think
it's
that's
hanging
insane
on for dear life.
Yeah. I think that's insane for them on too.
Wasn't it like the last bond to not drop off? Like it was just below the threshold of dropping to UU a couple times?
It was so like I said, it was literally about to drop, and then homie came out.
Yeah, the stuff it beats Zamazenta and Raging Bolt.
Yep. Literally just came out.
I mean, that's a story. Almost falling. Like it was pretty bad at a point. It wasn't that good.
Exactly. It wasn't doing much, and then it just was like, I'm gonna win. I think it was like, I'd win.
Nah, I'd win. Exactly.
Literally the Mon, which is why I'm pretty partial to it, I guess, as a Pokemon.
It's true, and it has a history. We all know it. It's an icon. Dragapult is like a new icon. It's the new face of competitive, and it's a good one.
It is, but the Lando dating simulator though.
The Lando dating simulator is an important factor.
You know what I'm talking about. I know you know what I'm talking about.
I'm going to be honest.
I know you know the Lando dating simulator. You know, don't be playing around like you don't know the Lando dating simulator.
Blunder, are you aware of the Lando dating
simulator? I haven't played it yet, but it's a famous game. It won some awards. You should look it up. Seriously.
They're furious that it got nominated for the Game Awards.
I'm trying to think.
You said they're furious it got nominated for the game.
They said, what is a Lando dating simulator doing here instead of Silent Hill?
They're absolutely furious. Like Silent Hill. Damn, I don't know about this one. I want to say...
PokeAim selected Lando here for the legacy.
I like Dragapult from a design perspective, but from like a... all around, I'll give it to Landorus T.
That's a good point. Visually, Dragapult is very nice, and Landorus.
I have personal bond with Landorus T. It'll be hard to beat.
It is kind of weird looking Landorus T, but we're also used to it. I think
he is weird. Yeah, we're just used to it. He's just done so much for us that we don't mind.
It's like Rotom Wash, kind of a weird looking guy, but he's just got that legacy behind him.
Exactly.
Homie's just there for me.
Well, sure thing. Let's give it to the icon himself, Landorus. He's done it.
We don't seem very happy about it though.
It just feels obvious, but you know, what are you gonna do?
I know. Oh, dude.
Tusk versus
Tusk
Primarina.
For sure.
Tusk for sure,
dude. But like not even anything.
I had a feeling Tusk would make it far. Yeah, it's the new icon of Gen 9.
Literally. Like it has to be.
Is there a case for Primarina?
I can't. I just like, I'm not even trying to be mean to Primarina. Like, you did so good. Congratulations. People love you.
People love you. It's crazy.
Have you considered that its sound-based moves have become water type? Which is useful sometimes. It's useful sometimes.
That is true, actually.
It's Primarina Fridays, folks. And
it's Primarina.
Today.
Primarina's President's Day.
President's Day. I'm thinking.
It's tough, man.
I think I probably agree that it's
guy that clicks Moonblast versus guy that just had long rushes.
Dude, I think the fact that it has dual stab that are amazing is kind of like there's no drawback to this mon. Like
no drawback to Tusk either.
No, I'm talking about Tusk.
Oh, they meant
I'm not talking about Water Fairy. I'm talking about
that's also an amazing
ground fight.
Oh, but
yeah. But let me tell you something. Empoleon.
They're both excellent.
So
shit, I can't deny that. All right, you win this round. Well played. I like Prim stops all those cheap dragons, especially when you're running with Sun Team, and then you have a Prim, and you're like, yes, thank you for this free farm I'm about to do.
Thank you for this farm you've given me today.
Literally.
But Tusk is the same thing. When you load up to them teams with 0 ground resist, and you have do you remember that sand team we used Blunder with Choice Scarf, Terrafight Tusk?
Yeah. That was my favorite back in the day. Yeah.
Yeah, that stuff was fired.
I agree. That shit is really good.
Like I am a huge fan. But yeah, it's tough, man. It's really tough. Cause I feel like Tusk has so much going for it. Every item is good there's no bad item on a Tusk. Scarf, Ban, Specs.
The rare Specs.
Quick Claw is great.
What'd you say?
Quick
I
Claw.
was just saying nothing.
This honest man. You heard him?
Quick Claw, been there myself.
What a guy, man. What a
No,
guy.
I would never. I would never do it.
I would never. Does it anyway.
I would never.
He's a liar and a thief. Bro, I would do it though, for sure. My favorite Generation 5 moments were putting Quick Claws on my Tyranitar, leading them versus Genesect, and clicking Flamethrower with no fear.
Oh dear.
And then getting off.
That's...
Or taking 100% and losing the game. Though there's no, you either win or lose. And that's the type of mon that I love Tusk. You put it all on the spin and spin again and spin again and spin again and bulk up. I can put Tusk on my team if I want to show off 6 new Pikachu forms and I need a 7th hidden member. That's my homie right there. And he'll make the team work. I got to give it to Tusk. Tusk will make any team better.
I think Tusk wins this one. And I would agree with you.
Tusk. I'm with it.
And this is the toughest one yet, I would say. Landorus-Therian versus Dragonite.
The world.
2 icons right here. 2 competitive icons. They've been viable for as long as we can remember.
This is tough, dude.
Landorus-Therian is more pivotal in many ways. It is a top-tier, reliable, bulky ground. But Dragonite, I mean, it's epic.
Dragonite, dude. Oh my god, this is tough. They should have given Landorus Brave Bird. Now that I think about it, that would have made my job a little easier here. When they did Dragonite Dual Wing Beat, though, woof, changed the game.
Dual Wing Beat was a big
That was
one.
big. That was big.
That shit was huge.
I don't know. Guys, I don't know.
I'm giving it to Dragonite.
Are you giving it to Dragonite over Lando?
Yep. I am.
Bro. I don't know, man.
Yeah. I am.
I don't know, man.
I do.
Yeah, I can tell.
I know. You may not, but I do.
I don't know either. I'm considering the options. I'm weighing my options. Dragonite in early gens is kind of annoying, in my opinion.
This is a tough
mostly
one.
Gen 5. I used to play a lot of Gen 5 OU, and the Dragonite Hyper Offense teams always.
I know they're troll, right?
Problems. They gave me big problems.
This is really tough. Like, maybe it is D-Knight. The fact that you can bandit Terra Normal E-Speed makes me just so happy. It might have to be D-Knight. Maybe it's D-Knight.
I think D-Knight vs. Tusk is a more interesting final than Lando vs. Tusk.
I agree with you.
D-Knight is so shy. D-Knight's sweet.
I think, yeah, I would agree with you. And
I agree with you.
Dragonite triumphs over adversity here. And then you got a grand final for this bracket is Great Tusk versus Dragonite. Which is Great Tusk? It just came out in Gen 9, and it's the new hotness. But is it cooler than Dragonite, who has existed since the very first game? More longevity than most Pokemon can hope for ever.
So here's the thing.
What are you thinking?
Look, Blunder, every single time you get 5 scale shots into Tusk.
Stop talking about 5 scale shots.
I feel something. You feel
The
me?
8th time I've heard 5 scale shots in one video.
Every time you get 5 scale shots into Tusk, I feel something, bro.
No, you're right though, because it's actually an insane feeling when you scale shot on the Switch and you get 5 into 5 and the Tusk dies.
That's what I'm saying.
Because you do 10 per hit. Yeah, we've done that a few times. You're right. That is really incredible. That set is really nasty. It's like people don't use it as much because of course Boots has the whole defensive end role, which is why I loved it in Gen 8 because. You know me, I always think Cart and Shifu and all them are broken. So then having this guy to pivot once and then just spam Roost early game in Gen 8 is really amazing. Oh man, let me...
Tusk is more pivotal to the metagame. It's an incredibly important piece. Without it, everything crumbles. Dragonite, you could do without, but it is a good... Dragonite feels... I like Dragonite in Gen 9 because it sometimes feels like a check to things because of multi-scale and boots.
For sure.
It can always live a hit when you need it to. It's like a reliable... backup plan in bad matchups, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It improves consistency in that way, which I enjoy.
Sure.
Extreme speed, too. Always good to have some prio.
I agree with that.
On so fire. I'll give it to D-Knight just for Blunder specifically.
Thank you.
But... Shut up. But I like Great Tusk more as a mon and as a design than D-Knight. I think D-Knight's color could be cooler. I wish Dragonite was red.
You don't like the orange? It's a nice shade of orange.
It's shiny.
Rose pretty shiny.
I think I go with Great Tusk. I think I like it a lot. I like the central presence it has. If there's going to be, you know, a number one auto-include Mon, this is a pretty good one. It feels beatable in many ways. It's not like too annoying to face.
Terms of,
it can be, but it's not that bad.
In terms of like pseudo legends and stuff, I mean, I think Garchomp's the best one, and Tyranitar are up there, right? Not necessarily in OU right now, but over time, right? Yeah, you have T-Tar and Garchomp, I think, that are up there. But Dragonite's like a close third, in my opinion. And I don't want to flip back and forth. I want to go D-Knight. Though, so I'll let Blunder break it. What are we thinking?
I'm clicking D-Knight. I'm clicking D-Knight. I'm clicking Terra Normal E-Speed.
That great Tusk
guy
gets destroyed by 5 hits of Scale Shot. And
but also from like a all around perspective, Dragonite I have an emotional bond with for years.
That's fair.
In fact, I will bring him to tournament tomorrow just to show.
Are you playing tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring him in Gen 7, aka the Gen he's not good in, with Z-Fly, DD. I got a team. It's an old team. You might remember it.
That's a pretty good set. It's not the best Dragonite's ever been, but you can do something with that for sure.
You can do something, right? Yeah, agreed. Also, because Dragonite's just a troll. Every time you see it and you're like, oh my god, multi-scale, I forgot. No, it's going to set up. What do I do?
But when I see it get hit by a Stealth Rock, I have like a sigh of relief.
Yeah, that is also extremely true, yeah. But E-Speed is so epic for beating Ice Shard and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think there was like a sub-roost Dragon Tail set in Gen 7 I used to hate.
Oh, I remember that set in the Gen 5 stalls. Detail T-Wave Roost. Sub.
How do you bait that? Well, you can, but
you just lose. You just lose and you repent.
Anyway, that's this bracket done. Dragonite triumphs over Great Tusk. What a sight.
Oh,
but there's
look
a whole
how big
other
Dragonite is. What the hell?
He is big. I enlarged him to signify his victory here.
Signify victory.
This freaking guy is nonchalant.
My favorite Pokemon, Iron Valiant.
Oh, I love cheap and cheap. Let's go.
Kingambit vs Valiant. I love Iron Valiant too. I really like it.
Nah, I like Kingambit.
Well, I like Iron Valiant more.
Well, let me tell you something.
Tell me.
Let's play National Dex with Knockoff and Pursuit.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the greatest.
Yeah, but I raise you
Iron
Valiant under the electric terrain with the Life Orb on.
Kingambit
just
and no Terra. Nah, they unbanned it. They unbanned it in National Dex because they banned Terra, so they unbanned Gambit, which is really dumb, by the way. Gambit's stupid. They all run.
As knockoff and Pursuit is pretty strong, but
yeah, we fight SD knockoff Pursuit.
Valiant's like the most greatest, amazing Pokemon ever. Oh,
you know what?
Booster energy, it's just so amazing. It's just
I think of
amazing.
It's a true special attacker, and we have not had that in a long time. Like a long time, right?
It's also mixed attacker, which I love mixed attackers.
I meant mixed. That's why I meant mixed.
Right? Yeah. Mixed.
It's a true mixed attacker, which we haven't had a long. Like we had Ape in Gen 4, but that monk.
No, mixed attacker literally does not exist anymore.
Yeah, and we had and like it's like Ape and Deoxys attack.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And then you can maybe run like
Kyurem.
And Kyurem was a big one, and then I remember in Gen 8 I ran it a few times. You can run Dragapult with Darts and Fire Move.
Yeah.
Like, but even that's like a fake mixed attacker.
Yeah, it's weak. This is a true mixed attacker.
This is a true mixed attacker. Agreed. Yeah. Yeah. Because Moonblast is already a good power. You don't need too much physical attack investment when CC is extremely strong and Knockoff is strong too. I love running this guy with the 96 attack, 160 special attack. That's usually what I was running.
This guy is like Gen 9 embodied with all the Terra options, the booster energy broken. It's broken as hell, but somehow it feels fun to build with and play with.
Both of them are super Terra, like.
Yeah. I think Kingambit is... I've always kind of disliked it. I mean, I used to think it should be banned.
I don't like it either.
I think I disagree with that now, because there's a lot of stuff that can check it pretty well, but still, Supreme Overlord is stupid.
Yeah, I would agree.
It's a stupid ability, and
I love Supreme Overlook because I can run Grass Knot, and it boosts that. It's also my favorite thing in like AAA to give to other mons since it boosts all attacks, which I think is really cool. I'll pick Val just because I think being one of the true mixed attackers is honestly a blessing. And I like all the cool sets it can run. I love Encore and Destiny Bond. They're my favorite. If I'm building a team and I need only a couple seconds, and I want to make sure I got to deal with a threat, I'll put Encore and D-Bond on this mon. And that's it.
I love Encore on it too. Yeah, so good in the meta.
Yeah.
And visually, I think it's very cool too. I like that they sort of fused Gallade and Gardevoir into one robot. Most of the robot designs are a bit lamer than the past Paradox, and for the most part, but this one's really cool. I think they did a great job with this one.
For sure. I wish they put a Ralts on its head, but for sure.
Ralts
like Dragapult. Yeah.
True.
I'll put Val. I'm good with Val.
We're in agreement then.
I'm putting Ace, by the way, before Zapdos.
Dude, you can pay me to vote for Zapdos.
That's what I'm saying, right? Nobody's voting for.
Did you just vote in advance? I didn't even scroll to it.
Yeah, I did. So let me tell you something. They messed us up. We were supposed to get Lightning Rod, really cool Zapdos from Dream World Gen 5, and they changed to broken static. This is top 5 most annoying monster fight.
Imagine we had Lightning Rod and you had Raging Bolt. I would just Terra Fairy all game and just wall you.
Dude, even think of Gen 5 Lightning Rod, where Rotom Wash was so good at Volt Switching. And this one gets a special attack boost and easily eats Hydro Pump, taking like 48 from it and 16 Roost. Or like Gen 6 even, same as that thing, right?
Me when I Terra Water my Zapdos in the rain, and then I'm Volt Absorb.
That's what I'm saying.
Dude, we were robbed for real.
We really were.
Cinderace is annoying. I hate playing against this thing.
Really?
Do you know what set I hate playing against? Yeah, Power Ball, Gunk Shot, Max Attack. Because these people throw out the attacks like they're never gonna miss, and then they never miss, and then both those moves are so strong. And
I like when we say he's not high jump kick, and then they have low kick.
Secondary effects on Gunk and Pyro Ball are annoying too. Yep. Oh man, that guy's cheap.
Oh, Wisp is so fun too. I love Random Sucker Punch, dude. You fight 4 attacks, Ace.
I mean, this is like
you should always have Core Change. Core Change is the greatest.
Junior. Yeah, I like Core Change a lot, but that 4 attack one is really hard to beat.
Yeah, dude, because it's like U-turn, Gunk, Pyro Ball, and then Sucker.
And then Sucker, yeah. And man, that shit is nuts. Pyro is so free to lead off and just click, and they always click that shit on like any neutral mon.
Oh, and defensive living hits and going for wisps and stuff.
The defensive one feels like a mini Dragapult type support guy.
Literally,
like
Willis and U-turn, 100% Core Change.
And I love that set as well because you just get, you can play pretty aggressively, get pushed into Blaze, and now you're strong. And like now you're like an attacker. It's nice.
I agree.
Zapdos is pretty fire though from like the back in the day. Zap doesn't exist in Gen 8, which is unfortunate. Well, it does, but like it's not as shiest. I don't know. What do you think?
I love early game Zap, but they did kind of ruin it when they gave it static. It became just a defensive pivot guy. I think it's
it's cool in Gen 3, 4, 5. Even in like Gen 7, I used to run pressure, and it was pretty good.
Oh yeah.
I even ran a Z Zapdos in a tournament game back in Gen 7, and Gen 8 is actually maybe I was too hard on it in Gen 8. I used it actually more than a few times if I actually think back. It was good for dealing with Cart and Urshifu and Torn clicking U-turn. All those things are annoying, so it was pretty nice back then. Static is all around a net negative for this Pokemon shit, though. In my opinion, I don't like it. Static is.
I used to like doing the play in Gen 7 where you keep Lopunny in base form because there's Limber, and then you Mega Evolve out later.
Yeah, agreed.
That was a cool thing. What do you think, Joe? I don't mind Cinderace that much in Gen 9. It's cool that it can deal with hazards that in a way that Gholdengo can't stop.
I think Ace is awesome.
And it threatens Gholdengo too.
Literally. Also, offensive Ace feels so good when you actually pick up KOs and land. Like Spadef Lando's getting 2-shot by Pyro Balls with rocks up are really crazy.
Yeah. It's really strong.
I go Ace over Zapdos. If this was like Gen 4 or 3 or 5 I'd pick Zapdos because Cinderace didn't exist. But I pick Ace.
Pretty good in 6 too. I like Helmet Zap a lot.
I love it in 6. Dude, I love it in National Dex too when we fight Lopunny. I also like it for that.
I used to dislike Cinderace's visual design. It's kind of grown on me though. I kind of like the soccer rabbit guy.
I feel you.
It's not too bad. Zapdos is much more classic Pokemon. The most consistent Pokemon of all time with like OU in 8 out of 9 gens. That's impressive. You got to give it to him. But I think Cinderace. I prefer Cinderace in Gen 9 as well. Just the way it plays and everything. So I guess we'll give it to Cinderace then. As weird as that looks. But I
don't know what's under Iron Moth, but I'm looking at Iron Moth. Oh, come on.
It's Roaring Moon and Iron Moth.
Roaring Moon.
Okay. Can I just say both of these mons are broken, but Roaring Moon is easier broken. Fiery Dance requires that boost, whereas Roaring Moon just comes in and can win very easily. But remember those 17 videos we uploaded in a row? Where we just Dragon Dance with this mon and win?
It's pretty cheap.
It's so free.
What's it called is always gonna lose to like a special wall, but Salamence or whatever, Roaring Moon has taunt, all the cheaper terrors.
Roost as well.
It's
natural dark type is so good too.
Fly. Yeah, also knockoff is like so ridiculous. I like the design a lot too. I like the prehistoric.
It's cool.
Like dragon. I like Moth's design too, but it's very Volcarona, like the exact same thing.
This is probably the worst Pokemon name of all time. Iron Moth is correct.
It sounds very unthreatening. Versus Roaring Moon, which sounds like it's going to destroy the world.
My Volt got 4 types though. 5.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You know, I actually didn't consider that.
Yeah, shout out CDC.
I got now that you brought that up, shit has changed, to be honest.
No, but I really think Iron Moth, if it was Torch Song, if Fire Dance was Torch Song, Iron Moth would be banned, in my opinion, right?
Oh yeah, that'd be insane.
This mon is so insane with Terra, and the speed booster, it can be bulky enough. Sub is so beautiful.
Teams. I still like it with that speed boost. It's still a really good revenge kill. Panic button. 350 speed is really crazy. I liked it on the Sun team back in the day too. Just booster on Sun. It's just fast.
Fiery Dance is kind of a stupid move design. 50-50 to just.
I know, right? It's so dumb. If you get it, you win. If you don't get it, you lose. Great. And if they get it like 4 times in a row,
I think the big deal with it is why they give it so much PP, whereas Luster Purge, which now has 50, is only 8. Like,
good point.
Why they give Fiery Dance so much?
Yeah, and it's definitely not a weak move. 80 is more than enough power.
Yeah, like
that shit is cheap.
I don't know.
I think I prefer Roaring Moon. Even though
I think Roaring Moon is broken.
It's one-dimensional kind of, and it's more simple in how it operates. Like Iron Moth isn't as immediately threatening, but I prefer Roaring Moon's design.
Same. For me, I would have to go with Roaring Moon.
I like a physical Dragon Dark too. I don't think we've had that before.
I like that this thing also packs up stall pretty easily if you have taunt.
That's true too.
Yeah, I'll personally have to give it to Moon.
What do you think, PokeAim? You Moth defender? Or
I agree.
Moon
I know. Moth feels like Tornadus to me. If Tornadus hit all its hurricanes, it'd be broken. If Moth always got a special attack raise, it'd be broken. But they don't, and it doesn't.
On the flip side, Moon is just broken by itself.
Yeah. We got.
I love both of these guys, but unfortunately, in the cut, Garganacl.
Garganacl goes, bro. I'm sorry. This ain't even like This ain't even a contest.
Yeah, this isn't even close for me. Design. This has nothing to do with competitive. The design of Garg and the ability and everything. The uniqueness of this thing is so out of this world. It's also, like
when I think of Rillaboom and fighting it, I just think, oh wow, my team's not losing any HP this battle because I just doubled them on.
When I have Rillaboom, it's over. I'm clicking with hammer and you. Yeah. I do love Rillabooms like a lot, but Garganacl, this thing is like.
Dude, Garg is so nasty, man.
Yeah.
Move that one up.
I love this Pokemon.
You really are.
Even a design.
I'm surprised
I even have so much like random like fan art of this, like of me with Garganacl. I have a
my favorite is Garganacl
with this that I was gonna use as a custom on Smogon or on Showdown. That's how much I love this mon. Like,
I guess he's funnier. He's the funnier of the two. He's pyramid.
Way funnier. They're two ape Pokemon.
Donkey Kong trapped inside of a pyramid.
Right.
I guess he wins. I was probably gonna say Rillaboom. Maybe I've been sold though. Maybe you've changed me.
Can you put these?
I do love Rillaboom, but man, I love Garg. It's just such a crazy.
Can you put these images? Can you replace the image with these guys? That's Garganacl.
Oh, Garganacl. Oh, here we go. All right.
Bro,
Oops. That was something I had got from you before. There we go, Garganacl.
Garganacl.
And there he is. And
just look at the thumbnail on the right. Look at my thumbnail.
That's a thumbnail. Like, that's a great thumbnail, right?
This mon is so sick.
A nice mustache.
I can't get over Garg.
Nice mustache for real.
Garg is so good, dude.
Way too good.
I'd select that video and I'd watch it.
It's the highest compliment.
That's a high click-through rate on that one.
My goat. Oh God, these are both really cool.
Gliscor vs Iron Crown.
Yo, okay, so you know how in National Dex Roost is legal on Gliscor, right? They still run Protect.
Yes.
Still run Protect is so funny, right?
Which is crazy. Everybody was like, yeah, this mon got nerfed.
They're all toxic over there.
Yeah, they're all toxic Protect. Because you're fighting Zar Y. You need to live the hit and get back to 100%.
People were saying that losing Roost was a big deal. I think that, what were those guys talking about?
Wasn't. I think losing Roost would have been a big deal if Roost was 16 PP still.
I was really heartbroken when Gliscor didn't come back in Gen 8. But then when it came back in Gen 9 and I see what it does now, I understand why they probably did not bring him back in Gen 8. Also, I remember, and one of my most heinous Gliscor memories is Smogon Tour playoffs. In the semifinals, Soulwind was playing against FLCL. This was when Gen 5, 6, 7 was the tiers. And he brought Gliscor SD to all 3 gens, all 3 games, and he won the series. And I was like, dude, Gliscor is just too much. How can you bring the same SD Gliscor to 5, 6, and 7, and it's fine? And I was like, this is the best mon ever. And then Gen 9 comes around, loses Roost, still does the exact same thing. Well, in Gen 5, he couldn't Roost either, but it was still fine.
Yeah, didn't need to.
I like Iron Crown's design. I like the Tachyon cutter. I like Psychic Noise, but it's kind of cheesy.
Is Gliscor not cheesy? Isn't Gliscor cheesy?
Yeah, not to say Gliscor's honest or anything, but
I think Iron Crown's pretty honest. It's just like
I don't like the booster energy Calm Mind Tachyon.
I love Specs, dude. Specs Terra Steel is so fire.
I think that's cheap too. In fact,
Specs Terra Steel is so far, bro. I love that 2K is
looking. I think Gliscor is some honest, great.
Yeah, Gliscor
is a beacon of honesty.
Gliscor is the antithesis to honesty. This is a piece of shit Pokemon.
I got this mon in draft, bro, and it was I don't know. I got crit by a. When does this go up? When does this video go up, Jim?
What is it? Saturday is 12 p.m. EST, I think.
Never mind. I can't finish the story.
Oh dear.
It goes up. It goes up before something.
Yeah, thanks for the bait.
Basically, this mon
goes for no story.
This mon goes. Okay, my point I was trying to make was this mon easily goes back to full from a low position, even in unfortunate circumstances.
Also, I raise you this. Have you ever considered clicking Terra Normal Max Speed Facade?
Yes.
That's like a crack hit. Yes. There is nothing. That is the greatest feeling in the world.
That's a broken Pokemon. I hate facing that.
Gliscor. Oh man, yeah, I'm pretty biased here. I gotta go Gliscor though. Competitive stuff aside, I really was sad when it wasn't around in Gen 8.
Yo, isn't it crazy that Gliscor got banned? It got unbanned, but isn't it crazy?
Yeah, it did get banned, and then some bans.
God, it was so cheap too.
We've never conceived of such things.
It got banned pretty quickly too. It was only around for a few months before we were like, this has to go.
Yeah, literally.
Shout out to Gliscor, man. So inspirational.
I think I like Iron Crown. I like that it rose up, and people thought it was trash at first, and now it's
That's
top
true. I was a
usage.
big hater. I said this thing is a garbage Pokemon.
Nobody thought it would be any good at all. And now it's OU.
I said that there's a 0% chance this is OU, and now it's pretty cleanly good in OU.
You know what would make Iron Crown?
Is it OU or is this a BL?
I think it's OU.
It's OU by usage in this one anyway.
Okay.
You know what would be? Because remember, this is top in usage. So what would be, I think, game changing for Crown is if they gave it rocks, just like Cobalion. Why would I not use rocks, Volt Switch, Tachyon Cutter,
That'd be
and
good.
then Psychic Noise, right? It's literally Samurott lead, they gave it to that one would be so fire with rocks, bro. So fire with rocks.
Yeah,
doesn't need it though to be good,
which
is impressive.
But it has to be Gliscor. I'm sorry. That mon is too much, bro. I love.
I kind of hate Gliscor, to be honest, especially Gen 5 Sand.
It's really cheap. I agree with you on that.
Even Gen 7 stalled teams with Gliscor were just terrible.
Yeah, I agree. Gen 4, Gliscor, Empoleon, Tyranitar was some of my favorite builds.
I'll never forget the first time I ever used max HP, max SpDef, careful Gliscor, and I hit 354 HP and 273 SpDef. It felt like I was legitimately cheating.
Yep.
I have to give it to Gliscor.
That's a tragedy for Iron Crown fans.
I'm sorry, Iron Crown fans. I love this Scorpion.
Poison Hills. It's the best.
Moltres is one of my favorites.
Moltres versus Mola.
Get this shit out of here.
Moltres.
Man, what
this is a crazy. This is a crazy one, right? You have one who always burns you, so you can't click knockoff safely, and the other.
I am proud of Alomomola from
jumping up
coming in Gen 5 and being like an NU powerhouse to Gen 6 where you would see it once every 40 OU battles.
Shout to Hugo. Shout to Hugo.
Gen 7, I have literally never seen this used one time in Gen 7. Like, literally never once. I don't know if it exists in Gen 8. Does it?
I could see that.
Does.
I could
it does. Aloe Rillaboom has been is used. I think it exists in Gen 8. Am I wrong? I swear Aloe Rillaboom is something we used. Let me look at this up real quick. I think Aloe was UU in Gen 8, wasn't it?
No,
it seems like it'd be alright in the meta. It's, you know, wish.
I can't remember.
Oh, it's not in the game. What?
That's what I'm saying. There was no Aloe in Gen 8.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like,
it's not even in the game. Right.
What am I thinking about Aloe Rillaboom? Oh, that's Gen 7.
Because Shifu is so cheap that no, really doesn't exist in Gen 7.
What am I thinking of?
There's no Aloe Rillaboom.
I'm probably thinking about National Dex, bro.
You're probably thinking of right now. Yeah, yeah.
Or literally National Dex.
Yeah.
When we played it in Gen 8, but
Alomomola, though, I think it's cool that in Gen 9 it finally became like extremely good.
All I need is Swift Turn.
That Boots pivot set is sinister, man. Both Wish and I also do like Assault Vest Mirror Coat.
Oh, dude, the acrobatic set that hit rank 1 was really cool too.
Which one, the Calm Mind one?
No, just whoa. Just the acrobatics red card Alomomola, so it can do Ogerpon.
Swears by that set. It's good. Yeah. It hits hard enough.
Also lets you smell
I like Ice Beam too on the AV one. Because even if this Protect sucks, you can still just spam it into Dragonite.
Yeah, Mola rising up is pretty cool, but at the end of the day, it's kind of just Toxapex again in a different form.
Right, it's a different flavor.
But it can pivot
Moltres
now.
is so epic, and I love that Moltres is good. I remember in the first Scarlet Violet, with the first edition of World Cup that had it in there, Moltres was the only Pokemon I used twice in a row. And because it in the same set, the same 4 moves, just the first one was Fizz Def and the second one was Spidef. But it was like, you know, that guy completely beat Valiant, beat Tusk, beat Gambit. It's crazy that this thing was like not only viable, but really, really good.
Yeah.
There's something satisfying about defensive fire flying typing. It's a really good typing.
Yeah, right? Because it's just like, this should never work, but he walls everybody. And like even Dragonite, for example, Ice Spinner, Earthquake, E-Speed cannot do anything to you. Yeah, I love this thing. I even used to use offensive Moltres in Gen 8 OU every now and then with Overheat, Scorching Sands. I had a team. It was pretty fun.
I like clicking Toxic in National Dex.
That is true. Thank you for that.
Months ago.
This guy's cool in Gen 3 too.
Yeah, even without defog too, he's which is a crazy part. He can't even fog anymore.
Moltres is good.
Yeah, true.
I love Moltres. Also from like a design perspective, I love that guy. All right, I see Satan is right below Alomomola.
We got Ting-Lu and Gholdengo here.
Versus Jimothy. All right.
Versus Jimothy.
Yo, shout out to Blims, Rest Talk, Ting-Lu.
I think Gold has the argument for like the most unique Pokemon ever in like a OU tier.
Yeah.
I love Gold, dude. I don't think it's... I think earlier on in the meta with...
It was cheap early, but I also love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would not want this to be removed from the game.
At all, dude.
Meanwhile, if you asked me, hey, do you mind if they remove Ting-Lu? I would say go ahead and get that out of here.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Even not that it's broken, it's just like...
No, you know what? Remove Ting-Lu from Hackmon's Cup as well. This isn't about
don't even bring that up. Like, I'm enjoying the video we're recording right now. I don't even want to think about no Hackmon right now.
Hackmon's Cup.
Please don't even bring that up. We played that earlier, Jim, and it was a 30-minute one battle.
We have a 28-minute one-game battle.
I don't even want to talk about that.
We have the guy left at the end.
Actually,
just disconnected.
It's just actually way too much, bro. Then I gotta come.
Glad you enjoy Squash the Beef.
That was the worst game ever. All right, but yeah, Ting-Lu. I even did a live back in the day with Bandit Ting-Lu, which is pretty fun. And in tournament, I've used Ruination, Stone Edge, Assault Vest Ting-Lu before, which wasn't bad. I've used Heavy Slam too. In
draft, I got smoked by Weakness Policy Ting-Lu with Facade. I burnt it, and I thought it was good to set up with Aqua Step, Aquaquavel, and win. And
so what, you clicked Aqua Step into it, and then he just blew you
Facade and burn, and it blew me up.
Blew you up, yeah. Yeah, because 110 attack is no joke, right?
It's just strong. Dude, it's pert. It's literally pert.
Yeah. True. Oh, man. Then the move pool is pretty great. Earthquake, Heavy Slam, Stone Edge. Ruination, cheapest move ever. And then Gold, on the other hand, is just... Gold has argument for the cheapest signature ever. Make It Rain with its OP base power, but then it only drops you 1 stage. I always thought that move was just too incredible.
That's a nuts move. True.
I love the Thunderwave Hex cheap set too. Nasty Plot mono attack. I've always had a lot of success You can even run full Fizz Def Bold on this guy and then beat Gliscor easily.
Bro, Gold is the mon that can also, like, we talk about Kingambit coming back.
Oh yeah,
like,
this guy can flip everything. That's facts. This guy also has infinite good items. Boots, cloak, choice items, berries, you know.
He gets Trick too. Perfect.
Yeah, I forgot about that. It gets Trick.
Oh, I love Terra Fight Trick in the beginning of the meta.
Even now, that set is still good. I still have teams that are good right now with that exact set you're talking. Trick, Terra Fight, Focus Blast. It's a great Terra type to be able to, especially if you hit your blast. That's a crazy nuke, you know.
Yep.
I love Gold. I would have to give it to Gold.
Even at the peak of Gholdengo hate near the beginning of the metagame, I liked him. I've always liked Gholdengo.
Yeah, I thought it was like annoying, but it's so unique in like an awesome way. And I like the evolution of like in Gen 5 when I first started playing OU, I used to always run like lead Hazardmon plus Gengar. You know, like the Skarmory type, you know, spin block. So I like that the evolution of this is now like the craziest thing ever, which is
also Make It Rain is broken.
Right? It's broken, bro. No, also, I like the other moves it gets. Psyshock, T-Bolt, it gets good moves.
I agree, because
really great moves.
In Gen 3, there's also, you know, stack spikes, and you got Gengar in the back to block spin, and it's the mind game of getting rid of the Gengar, keeping hazards up. I enjoy that gameplay, and Gholdengo brought it back. You can now hazard stack and use the Gholdengo.
There's not even Pursuit anymore, which makes it even tougher.
It's true. That's kind of... Maybe they should bring back Pursuit, but I don't know.
Yeah, me and Joe always say we need to bring it back as T-Tar's signature move. That would be the only fair way to do Pursuit.
Probably. That would be fun, yeah.
Right? Then I'd bring my AV Tyranitar in on Gold and take 50 from Make It Rain and blow you up.
Yep. I'm not going to Pursue easily.
So many people comment about they want Gholdengo banned. It's one of the most common things you hear, but I've always thought that was kind of a noob take. Like,
but
it's fine.
It's like, it keeps the meta together. Also, Samurott came around, which is like, it's natural predator.
That's true.
Yeah. Before that, also, this thing beats Zamazenta, which is the most important thing ever, because that guy's cheap. Gliscor also beats Gold nowadays, too, so yeah, it's definitely handleable. Also, the guy above it destroys it. Ting-Lu.
Yeah, and that's been true since day one as well.
Since day one, right? Yeah.
I'll defend Ting-Lu a bit, because I think Ting-Lu has a unique defensive typing, Dark Ground.
Dark Ground is really cool, because it has a lot of weaknesses.
But it feels like a Dark Ground? Knock off Gliscor.
It's still, like, can take all those hits very easily. U-turn, stab, fighting moves. Like, you can't OHKO with Tusk CC or nothing.
It's similar to Dondozo. It's like a really broken defensive guy with almost no moves. Like, it gets hazards, but that's it. And it doesn't get pivoting or knockoff or like even status moves. It doesn't have recover.
Would you give it U-turn and knockoff?
Whirlwind is like a pivot.
I think if this got U-turn, it'd be kind of insane. If Ting-Lu got pivoting.
It makes them switch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Ruination is really, really, really cheap. I hate that.
I kind of wish Ting-Lu got Headlong Rush. It looks like it's rushing at you like a bull.
Look at its head, bro. He has the strength to.
It looks like. I feel like it'd be really cool with it, dude.
That could be cool. It wouldn't even be that broken because it doesn't want defense drops.
It's just it's like when you randomly pull out the offensive Swampert.
Yeah. If this thing learned Headlong Rush, I would definitely run like max attack more, and just spam Headlong Rush more.
Fun, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, because like if they would go Clef on you or something, like they're goobed. Well, I guess you'd have Heavy Slam if you really want, but whatever. I digress. I would give this to Gold personally.
Always Gold.
Does it.
I'm not a hater of Gold.
What we got here? We got Hat and we got
Hatterene versus Kyurem.
Wow, I actually love both of these Pokemon a lot, but I really love Hat.
I like Kyurem a lot more. Cheap mon.
Man.
Is Hat like a balanced Magic Bounce Pokemon?
Yeah, for sure.
It is.
Because Magic Bounce can be really dumb, but
I don't think it's also as oppressive as it was earlier. You know, with the nuzzle sets or Sun being really good with the eject.
Gliscor owns this guy nowadays too, which is pretty
literally. That custom set.
You can't do that nuzzle stuff as easily as you would be able to.
And you can't Calm Mind stored power 1v1 stuff anymore.
Calm Mind stuff fell off a map, and then like even Calm Mind's harder to do nowadays because like things are just strong, man. I don't mind the grassy seed set with Rilla, but Rilla seed teams have fallen off a lot.
Yep.
I like Trick Room Hat a ton.
Trick Room Hat Life Orb, beautiful.
Yeah, and Sash, Trick Room, H-Wish too.
Actually, a lot of variety on this
Kyurem
Pokemon.
is the main character of this gen though.
Yeah, how about that rigged vote thing?
Voter fraud?
Oh yeah.
That was ridiculous.
TTC wins again.
Shout out to the dude who got it and then voted ban.
Yeah, that was actually crazy.
That's so funny. That's me. Not me. That's not actually me. But that would be me, rather. I didn't get banned for that, guys. Don't worry. I did my Rex. I voted no ban. Actually, no, I didn't finish them. Forget me. Whatever. Kyurem goes up for me personally.
Really? All right. Do you think it's broken in the meta?
No, I think it's really good. I don't think it's broken. I think Terra saves it from being broken. I know a lot of people's arguments is Terra makes the good mons even better, but I mean, which is true. Absolutely true. But Terra also.
The most cheap thing with Kyurem is that Icicle Spear.
If you get 5 hits,
five hits, it's like, and even then, I only run boots now because you can't. I mean, not boots. I only run dice now because you can't guarantee the.
DD's really freaking good, dude. DD Terra Blast.
DD Terra Blast Fire is so cheap. I agree with you on that. It's like very hard to not get a kill with that.
Yep.
Like you have to like heavily misplay to not get at least 1 kill with that, unless you're up against like a unaware matchup or something. But yeah.
Oh, when you get the 5 hits on Aloe upon switching into 5 hits and knock it out.
Oof. I'm with you on that. That shit is very annoying.
Beautiful mon. I don't know.
I'm going with Hatterene though. I love Hatterene, and first team I got #1 with in Gen 9 had Specs Hatterene. So there's a nostalgic.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I think I agree with Hatterene. I like its design. I think it's like a pretty reasonable feeling Magic Bounce mon, and it's cool to have that in the meta as some sort of response to. Although you can, there's like Samurott now, so you can't even block spikes all the time, which is kind of crazy.
You ever used Terra Electric, Kyurem? Terra Electric versus Rillaboom, turn 1, Dragonite up, and then beat their entire sticky web.
I actually had a game where I'm doing exactly what you said, and then he went in the gold, and I was like, I was +2, and I'm like, well, I don't kill. But then it literally 1-hit KO'd with +2 Terra Electric, 100%. And I was like, Jesus, this is cheap. Like, I was like, this is crazy. Yeah. Terra Fire and Electric are 2 amazing flips.
I think Ground's pretty good too, but I think Fire's better. Ground's only good when you know you're fighting a random Heatran, and you only fight that in National Dex. Nowhere else. I like Kyurem. I think Kyurem goes up, fam. It also looks cool. Also, I hope we see its real.
I'm not changing my mind. I might be sold on Kyurem a little bit. I don't know. I think I think I prefer the hat overall.
I like G-Max hat. That thing was fire.
I think hat wins. G-Max hat was something.
Wait, Blunder, did you say hat won?
Yeah, for me, hat wins.
He did.
I've been betrayed.
Kyurem Nation is
I was asking a friend for a team for a tournament I gotta play tomorrow, and then I saw that they were up there talking about like Pokemon YouTube, and then someone linked my channel, and then Lax came in there and said, personally, I would never watch Blunder's channel. Far too immature for me. This guy's such a troll.
That's lowbrow content. I would never submit to that.
For me, I think it's Ace more than Val.
No, for me, it's Val the GOAT.
Bro, but I raise you Generation 8 in-game Pyro Ball. That attack.
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, you don't play anything Uncultured.
Yeah, so you know that meant nothing. So I raise you, knock off Encore off of Booster Energy. I raise you hard Val on their SD and click Encore.
Why outplay my opponent?
That was a genius move.
I can send out Val and click Calm Mind. I guess you're right.
Cheap. Also, the design thing is like way, like it carries really hard for me.
I think it's Valiant as well.
This is like a perfect mon to me.
It's got to be Valiant.
It's like up there.
It's a beautiful
competitively
Pokemon.
And name-wise, and like everything about this mon to me is like extremely perfect. It's hard for me to have a Pokemon I like more than this. So what about you guys? But that's just me. What about you guys though?
I'm in agreement with you. Valiant.
Yeah, it's just so.
Cinderace is cool though. I like Cinderace, but Valiant has more going on.
Like Cinderace's design.
Nice. When I have some preemptive discussion, I forgot about the Garganacl image. That caught me off guard.
This is a nice battle between these two.
Garganacl versus Roaring Moon. I was surprised you two both unanimously voted for... This has been one of the most... At least among my comment section. People do not like Garganacl.
No. Don't get it twisted. Everybody hates... Nobody likes playing against Garg. I'm inclined to agree for sure. But
he's funny.
I really do like the design. Just straight up the design of the Pokemon, I think is incredible. Like, it's what you said. It's like an ape trapped in like salt cube.
Oh, are we talking about Garganacl versus Roaring Moon?
Yeah.
Yes.
Design-wise, I'm saying like Garg for me is like, even on my old favorite Mons list, I think Garg was like my favorite rock type or something. When I like
stacked them up. Yeah, I love Garg, bro.
Design-wise, it's really hard for me to think of like another rock type I like as much as this.
You know, Roaring Moon looks better on Showdown, even though it's not that great on Showdown, than it does in game, because it's like it's more like a lizard in game.
I have seen pics of it in game because before the sprites came out and we had to only look at in-game images, I remember thinking, I was like, this shit looks weird. I was like, this guy's so skinny in a weird way.
The flying one is sick, but the walking one is so weird in my opinion.
The pixel art you mean that's on Showdown?
Just the one on actual in-game, where it's like when you find it in its location in Area 0, it's like on all fours like a lizard.
Right.
I really like Garg, and I love Terra Fairy Garg in this particular matchup right here.
Yeah.
Garg is like a hard yes.
Garg, it is a more unique design. It's more interesting than Roaring Moon. Roaring Moon's cool, but it is just another Dragonite sweeper, which we've had before.
Right? Yeah. And that's not even my favorite dragon in OU.
It's annoying
to
face.
It's not even like my top 3 favorite dragon in OU.
Purifying Salt is a pretty crazy ability. It also has the ghost resistance tax.
Yeah, they just decided that's like that's literally as one, by the way, in terms of abilities, because automatic ghost res and then also immune to status. It's like what is this 2 abilities at once type thing? It's crazy. It's awesome.
It's kind of nice though against
Dragapult's #1 nightmares running into this shit. Can't do anything.
I guess I
used to love Water Terra.
I'm in agreement with Garganacl.
Yeah, man.
I remember that. You remember was it McMegan? He used Terra Electric set up.
Oh yeah, he led with it and won in the tiebreaker.
Not a lot of Mons can do that, dude. From just
literally from lead. They need something to like start. Like they need at least hazard or some knockoff or something, you know. Oh yeah, 2 trolls.
I gotta go super dishonest versus dishonest burn. I gotta go Gliscor.
Gliscor versus Moltres, folks.
Okay, can we just talk about how annoying Gliscor is? Like, I mean, I know.
So cool though. Have you thought of that?
But Gliscor got Samvale banned in multiple generations.
Gligar did in Gen 3. Did you know that?
Yeah. Gligar and Cacturne in Gen 3. You got Gliscor in Gen 4, which also simultaneously banned Sandslash at the time. And you also have Gen 5. Yo, you remember Will Sonernen, Blunder?
Of course, bro. Like, bro, that's like asking me if I... Never mind, I don't want to say anything too crazy. The point is, yes, I remember that evil man. Yes. That's the guy, if you guys don't know, it's like 2012, 2013 Pokemon Online era. This guy used to only ladder with Sandvale plus sub Gliscor and sub Garchomp. Both with Sandvale, and he would just sit there and he hacks through with sub SD. You just gotta sit there and take it. So cheap. So cheap. And this was Genesect meta, so he had a Genesect on his team too to add to the
DPS. I think our friend It's Gator punched his like washing machine in a video.
And it was the same guy, Will Sonernen, and he wouldn't even stop. And I always read his name as Will Sonerman, but it's Will Sonernen.
Yeah.
Man, Joe, don't bring that up right now. I'm not trying to
is just dominant. Moltres is fire, but
I like Moltres. I'm giving it to Moltres just because I don't know. I like Moltres is visually appealing to have out on my side in a battle.
I like it in almost any ability where I can run Magic Guard, Brave Bird.
Oh, yo, that set is really fun. I agree with you on that. Yeah, that set is really fun.
But I'm giving it to Gliscor, like all the way. Mon's so good with all of its abilities are fire, dude. You can get away with Hyper Cutter. I've used some Hyper Cutter offensive. Obviously, we got the Toxic Orb when it got
activated. I'm going with Moltres. I'll let Jim decide it.
I hate Gliscor, folks. I'm going Moltres. I think Gliscor's cheap.
Right, haters out here.
Poison Heal's broken.
It's not even that I hate Gliscor as much as I just Moltres is cool. I think it's really cool.
Moltres is cool. It's interesting that you folks don't like Static Zap, but Flame Body Moltres is
Static Zap is.
I don't like Moltres either. That's why Moltres. I like
Moltres.
Magic Guard.
Beat the rocks. He's cool. All right. and he's not
He is cooler.
Volcarona,
I like
which
him
is
more.
not cool. Yeah, Moltres is flat out cool for me. Like he's going up
Fire's
there.
my favorite type as well. I've always liked fire types.
Yeah, on average, I like most of the fire types too.
So do have a bias towards
Gliscor
Moth.
though, this was a tough battle between these two. They're both amazing. I love you, Gliscor.
Gholdengo versus Hat.
Old. What?
Hat for me.
You going Hat over Gholdengo is interesting.
I love Hat.
Bro, I don't even think Hat should be here. I thought we voted Kyurem. like F Hat.
He said,
Gold.
I like that.
Alright.
Hat's good Pokemon.
Nah, I feel you though, Joe. Gold is pretty cool.
You know what else I like Gold? Because I ran Poltergeist on it.
Gold did get a lot of Cypher lyrics too, which shows a lot of, that does show.
I just terrored Gholdengo something.
You know what I'm saying?
Blazikenite.
There's a lot of Gholdengo representation in the Cypher, which we cannot understate at all.
That's an important fact.
Have you guys ever used Mirror Herb?
Yes.
Physical Gholdengo?
I was gonna
Not special.
Okay,
no,
physical.
no,
Okay,
no, no.
sorry.
Physical
Sorry, no, I should have let you finish that dumb thought. My bad.
Hey, you freaking hater.
I thought Muck Monday was.
I have used
problematic.
I have used Mirror though. It's very satisfying when you come in on Zamazenta or something Iron Defense thing.
I love watching your shorts, fam, when you do the fun unique stuff. I was like, yeah, this man just put in work. That's my guy. That's my guy right there. Let me tell you, let me put you guys on, because a lot of people, specifically Blunder, hate on just real legit sets, but not me.
Like Mirror
Look at
Herb
this.
Gholdengo.
Yep, look at this set. You'll win tournaments with this set.
That's good. Poltergeist, low kick, iron-headed recover with Mirror Herb.
With Terra Fairy, yeah, Terra Fairy.
It's
Mirror.
genius.
You bring it in on Kingambit.
I'm surprised he even gets these moves.
Yeah, right. They're all broken moves. It's crazy that it gets.
What's the
Poltergeist and
attack
low kick.
stat on this?
Oh yeah, don't worry about that.
Probably 90 or something at least.
Oh yeah, probably 90 if you flip the 6.
It's 60
nice.
attack.
60.
We've worked with worse.
Oh, that's a
yeah,
hilarious
Ozzy.
set. I mean, Poltergeist is a powerful move. That
That's
makes
funny.
up for it.
Yeah, Poltergeist is really strong. Agreed.
I think it's gold over hat any day of the week.
Anyways, yeah, thanks to Joe for showing us physical Gholdengo in hopes to convince me to pick it over Hat. No, Hat. It's my pick.
I'm picking
feel
Gholdengo.
like-
It's become my sort of my channel mascot a little bit.
That's true.
It's got
I can't-
comedic value.
That is true.
He's
That's what I'm talking about, bro.
he's made out of
It's
solid
fun.
gold. You have to consider.
It's Jimothy, man.
I also have to be honest. I've brought Gholdengo to more tournament games than Hat. It is what
Of
it
course,
is.
yeah. If you're not gonna bring you,
I'm bringing Hat
maybe-
tomorrow. I'm bringing Hat tomorrow. I'm literally bringing Sun tomorrow with Hat.
Oh, okay, but that's not hat. That's that's probably the least amount of hat you have ever, because it comes in and ejects out.
Yeah, CTC just made a new Sun, and there's no gold on it. It's all short. There's no Cypher nicknames possible. It seems too try hard. Oh, there's a Tusk though, so I can call it. I can do something with that. Anyways.
Let's remove Moltres from this list. It's not making
what? This is a tough battle for me.
Garganacl versus Iron Valiant.
Garganacl.
I'm a fan of both of these champions.
Bro, I gotta give it to Garg, man.
I might have to give it to Garg too, bro.
It's a bit unfair that he's got this funny image of mustached. It's not really fair.
Yeah, maybe I should supply my. Hold on.
Because I like Iron Valiant.
whatever he's about to give you, don't put it on.
Where's my?
As long as it's not controversial, we can.
It's
It's gonna be super controversial.
Add this.
Whoa, that's Iron Valiant. Oh, that's.
Oh, that's
Is
pretty
that
good,
One
I
Piece
guess.
or something?
No,
That's
it's
from,
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah,
Oh
wait, I
my
have it
God,
with no
that's
background.
covered the entire screen. What I
Perfect.
posted.
That's crazy. I guess
I
you
have
know
it with
who
no
wins,
background.
bro.
Sorry, I have it with no background.
All right. And there it is. Let's delete that
Shout
one.
out
Who needs that?
Zen for making this. Yeah, we need a fair battle
With
between these two.
with an Orthworm on over the shoulder.
Yes.
Yeah.
And an incredible. The blade is looking wonderful. That's an amazing illustration.
Yeah, it's so cool.
But the Garganacl does have a little bit more
mustache.
comedy to it. A little bit more
He does have a
comedy.
mustache. You really cannot.
It has the whole family, bro. He brought his whole Italian family.
This is actually pretty tough for me. This is like mad 50-50. I love both the designs. I love the uniqueness. And in tournament, I brought both these guys a lot.
I think Garg is really cool because the combat, especially if you play it well, right? Like if you don't let your Garg get knocked off, Garg has insane potential to win. Yeah, it's like Heatran that comes in on doubles and gets back to full, right? Like Garg plus Rillaboom is such a beautiful combo, and like I've beaten Vals with Garg before.
Shit is the GOAT. I'll give it to Garg actually.
Damn, I would have said a Valiant. And not only the illustration is wonderful, but the Pokemon. Ah, jeez.
Pokemon is wonderful, but
Pokemon's sick. Don't get me wrong.
Man, I love Garg and the cut Garganacl.
He is in the cut, and you can't deny that. Does he even learn cut? Probably.
He looks like he can cut.
Many things can.
Well said.
Nice.
Moltres vs Gholdengo.
This is a tough battle.
I say Gholdengo. It's an icon.
I also say
he's an honest Pokemon. He's never done anything wrong.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Like Moltres making it up here, but like it's like Moltres was gonna be the first.
He's not, and he's definitely not clearing Garg. So we got to pick a stronger challenger.
In the cut, Gholdengo.
In the cut, Gholdengo.
We're rewriting history today. So that's Gholdengo.
Gholdengo is crazy.
Versus Garganacl.
Ah, dude, I freaking love.
But Gholdengo doesn't have a funny meme image to represent himself, so it's a bit of a disadvantage.
I bet he is.
I mean, look, dude, I still want to say Garg. Garg is so cool that it forced this mon below it to run Covert Cloak for a while. Like,
one sec, I've got an image on. I've got an image
below it.
Yeah.
Oh, this is crazy.
Here we go. I found this. This is an old thumbnail of mine.
Send me in is crazy.
He default sent me in. It's so funny.
That's a great image.
This is a great edit. It looks like it's perfectly overlaid.
That was an old thumbnail of mine. And here it is. Coming back. I knew this would be useful again one day.
He default called me. He default sent me.
Dump it.
Now that now it's really hard.
Now it's tough.
Now that I've seen Mr. Gold type of aura, it's actually
the Patrick Bateman. That's tough.
Default send me. Man,
I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying Gholdengo.
Wait, this actually kind of changed my mind because gold really does keep so much of these things together. Like you need to have it. You don't need to have a Garg. You just want to have a cheap Garg.
I mean, gold makes every meta, every viable. It's viable in everything,
yeah,
right? You're not running Garg HO unless you are.
All right, I'm giving it to gold. This meme has convinced me, actually.
Let's go, folks. We've done it.
The meme definitely. It has to be the meme.
Meme convinced me a lot.
All right.
Also, Garg wasn't really in the game.
Send him in.
You defucked. Send me in.
Send me in.
Oh, there it is.
So is it a 1v1 between gold?
It's a 1v1 between. Let's copy this.
Who won the other one? I forgot.
It was Dragonite.
Oh,
it was Dragonite.
My friend Dragonite. Oh, I'm giving it to Dragonite. I don't care. I love Dragonite.
Really?
My first level 100 in-game Pokemon.
Dragonite.
What are you titling? What are you titling this?
I don't know yet. Like.
Yeah, I'm like looking at what we did. Like
he's titling it. He defucks send me in.
That's a good title. I'll think of something good. Don't.
What do you think? What are you guys thinking?
I think we made a mistake. Look how cool Great Tusk looks.
No, Dragonite is cooler. Look at Dragonite. He looks ready to step into business.
All right. Favorite sets from both mons. I like Loaded Dice, Terrafire, Scale Shot, Fire Punch, Encore Dragonite.
And my Scale Shot favorite counter 1000.
Have you considered that he can Scale Shot, and if it hits 5 times, you
consider 5 hits of Scale Shot? Well said. Have you considered that?
Oh,
and then again 5 times, and then
kill.
Oh man,
my favorite gold set's Specs though. I love Terra Steel Specs. That's an old meta set. But that set was insane.
I'm going to go to my team builder right now. And I'm going to do Control F. Gholdengo and Control F Dragonite. These are the last 100 OU.
Surely Gholdengo is on more teams.
Okay, I got Dragonite in 19 teams, and I got Gholdengo in 24 teams. So you were
actually pretty close. That's a lot of Dragonite.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. These two are like 2 of my most spam. Hold
up. I'm a little bit more freaky in the build there, as some people say.
Oh yeah, so yeah.
Let me Control F Dragonite. All right. Really I got Dragonite on 88 teams.
Okay.
Whoa.
And then Gholdengo. On 147.
I was gonna say yeah.
I think Gholdengo probably takes it. But
it's because if you run offense, you can't not run gold. You should run D-Knight a lot of the time too, but you can get away with not running it. But you can't get away with not running gold. You run webs or anything like that. There's no discussion. You have to run it.
I run it in every meta too. Like I'm looking at this every OM, almost any ability is always there for me. I even ran that thing in National Dex. Anything goes. What are we? Gold is the goat.
Yeah. Man, I really do like Dragonite. He has a lot going for him too.
My favorite Dragonite set's probably Sub-Roost, Hurricane, Surf, and Gen 5 on Rain. That's
that set is cool. I used to even like just the 3 attack Surf, Hurricane, Thunder, Roost.
Oh yeah, Thunder.
With some special attack and bust. Yeah, and then now in Gen 9, I really like Dragon Tail, E-Speed, Earthquake, Roost. Just max attack, max HP, Terra Normal. It's pretty nice. Still bulky enough, but control with Dragon Tail.
But is that cooler than Gholdengo, who...
Damn, I'm pretty stuck.
The Dragonite Silk Scarf set with Hurricane was really cool to kill. Great Tusk.
Oh, yeah. I do remember that Hurricane. To smoke Tusk and... Yo, that set was annoying.
You know what? I'll put Dragonite because I think it's really cool that Dragonite can beat like Dozo and stuff with Encore. I'm sorry.
Damn.
Yo, and did you even consider that it has Scale Shot?
It has Scale Shot. I didn't think about that. Didn't think about that.
This is a 50-50 for me because I am very happy that Dragonite's hitting its peak right now after being around for every generation, which is just nuts.
That's big D-Knight.
I'm gonna have to give it to D-Knight.
D-Nice
for that reason.
This is a tragedy. What's happening?
I'm so proud of Dragonite. Gholdengo has time to continue this onslaught in the next couple of gens.
He's never done anything wrong.
Gholdengo needs Terra to be good. He's never done anything wrong.
That's actually true. Gold doesn't even need Terra to be good. D-Knight definitely does need Terra to be good. For the most part.
D-Knight needs every single new
using
edition.
my Terra without D-Knight, my D-Knight without Terra always feels like worse.
Yeah, it's bad. It's not as good.
And I love Banded D-Knight too. But I love Scarf Gold. This is so tough, man.
But like if you're playing Gold on HO, Gold is also usually dying.
The most damned HO team this year is Band Knight, Scarf Gold. Just the best combo ever.
But I just Terra-flied my Gholdengo on the Great Tusk.
Oh, fuck. I didn't even consider that. No! I didn't consider Gholdengo being fly as a kite. I don't know what to do. I'm not sure now. What do we...
Fly as a kite.
Man, even on my boot spam teams, there's Boots Gold and Boots D-Knight on there. All right.
I see Gholdengo on a team with Meganium. I think I'm picking Dragonite.
What?
I think that really was
math just came into the equation. I can't argue.
I'm looking at my team builder and Dragonite's on way cooler teams.
That's fair. That's probably fair. Well, I guess Dragonite wins, unfortunately, folks. Unless Blunder's still undecided. I think he's not, though.
Nah, I'm gonna go with Dragonite too.
Look at this team. This team has Eevee, Gigantamax Charizard, Dragonite, Ash Greninja, Naganadel, and Mega Venusaur.
I'm a fan.
What tier was I playing? Yeah, Dragonite's the win, for sure.
All right, we're deleting Gholdengo. He's gone. And Dragonite.
No!
Triumphs.
He defogged? Delete me.
He defogged. Headlong Rush. I'm out of here. Well, there you have it, folks. Dragonite, the Gen 1 Pokemon, has triumphed in the Gen 9 bracket. Great Tusk on the side is furious about it.
I am.
Great Tusk fans will never get over this tragedy.
Dude, I love that Gold is like the best spin blocker ever.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's really cool. Really,
I just enjoy spin blocking and even defog blocking, of course.
Yeah, but it's not like it takes no skill. You still have to beat the Tusk. Like,
yeah.
It's not straightforward.
I really want them to give Golem Rapid Spin again, so that way Alolan Golem can have Rapid Spin. So I could use Galvanized Rapid Spin. I won't be able to do it versus the ground types that come in, but it's the thought that counts.
You're right. It is the thought that counts, and we're clicking Terra Ice on them.
That's what I'm saying. I'm Terra Icing.
Yeah. I think so. Sandy Shocks type shit.
Yep. Thank you, everybody.
This was very fun.
It's not my video, but thank you everybody for watching.
Well, I was like, you can still be thankful to the fans, even if it's not your video.
True. The quest for the best mon of all time.
I'm thankful too that you two took the time to come and chat with me today. It was fun.
No doubt.
Always nice to catch up with you two, the agents themselves, and
his team analytic.
Check out their channels, folks. PokeAim and Blunder, linked below.
Thank you.
They're doing all kinds of things, megas to highlighter or something like that. They're everything to highlighter. Whatever you can think of to highlighter.
We do be enjoying the highlighter. Thank you for that.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I'll catch
we also like the low ladder.
That's more where I reside.
We'd be stuck there.
We?
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. Me. Thank you.
Solid.
Leave a like.
Leave a like, and thank you all for watching. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.